smack, son.
No.
Two steps behind the 3-point line. That shit was smack.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not talking about him.
No,
I'm not talking about him. I was talking about Gil.
I don't think Gil shot a lot, bro.
Gil did. You know why I say that? Because in that championship game, when I was scoring all those points, second half, you would think I would keep getting the ball, but he froze me out. He froze me out.
I don't remember that one game.
I remember that game.
But to say as
the
a
motherfucker
whole,
froze me out.
That Gil was playing Harden ball.
Maybe
no way.
Maybe,
he wasn't. He didn't even play point. The ball's
maybe
in my hand
that's what I'm saying. Maybe
he
didn't. Hey,
oh, shit.
Came in the. We don't have a knife.
I was thinking.
Peel that bitch.
You peel it. You peel it. Is homeboy coming?
Yeah, he's coming.
All right. So he has your jack. So he's gonna hit you up when he.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, I have Wi-Fi. So
you can leave yours on. I'll take mine off. All right.
You guys want to start?
Yeah.
Everybody on airplane mode.
We expecting one more, so when you get a chance, if you can come in.
And when everybody's here, just let me know. I'll
Got you.
You just got water for everybody.
Yeah, just water. Nah,
No,
Johnny Blaze.
No.
That's water.
I know, but it's like fresh, right?
Yeah, it's fresh.
I mean, you just put it here, right?
Yeah.
I'm not used to just the water just chilling here. That's all I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Courtesy of Johnny Blaze.
Oh, thanks.
We got some downtime.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, that would have been a great prank though.
What?
Fill your cups up with mad Patron, have like, yo, it's water.
I've seen that happen. That's not
Yeah.
good.
I don't think that's
you.
But not only good, you probably drink it like, like
This would have been funny.
unless you're like,
if you outside, then yeah. But with all this equipment, nah. So like,
You know what I'm saying? You guys would have no choice but to pause, swallow it. So.
nah, man.
Pause.
Sometimes that shit, yeah. Sometimes that shit's involuntary, bro. You think you're drinking water? That shit is liquor, bro. That shit is not for it. Trust me. You will burn the shit out yourself.
Yo.
Good whenever you guys want to start.
You ready to start the shits? Oh, well, that's the name of the show. 34th, the shits.
Who's this shit?
Man, a bunch of shit. The science. We got to talk about that shit.
Hakeem, who's 34? Hakeem, right?
Hakeem, oh, I got you.
Ooh, I didn't. You looking it
ready?
up?
I didn't look up anything. We're ready.
he's kind of suspect.
10 seconds.
Yo. Wow. Loud crunch. So,
What up?
How you feeling today?
Yo. Episode 34, Unpopular Opinions.
Oh, yeah.
Episode Hakeem, The Dream.
Shut it, bro.
Episode Herschel Walker.
Ooh, Hirsch.
Episode Ray Allen, a.k.a. Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Definitely Ray. Damn.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to just stop where I'm ahead. What up?
What up? What up?
I feel like it's the first time in a long time all three of us was in the same space.
Oh, yeah, for a while. Seemed like
Yeah.
it was mad long.
New room.
Yeah, new room.
New room. Who's this?
Illuminating the room. This is the new Chrysler.
Yeah, we never been here.
Yeah.
So good. It's nice to have something new.
We're
I like it.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Wah, wah. Boo.
Whatever. Drop a bomb to that.
You cannot give me any advice.
Nah. Yo, so there's a lot of shit to discuss, yo.
Yeah.
But Reef and I, we was just talking about this earlier. The Rockets and the
I was gonna say save some of that
for later.
No, for
Well,
Hoodtake, because
yeah.
so he can like jump in that.
Damn, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ready to hate.
Ready to hate,
bro. Yes,
it's not hate, though.
Just gonna hate on them, son.
Whatever, man. But I guess we can get with the well, first off, I would like to start with rest in peace to John Singleton.
Yes.
Dope director. It was unfortunate. You know, he passed when he was 51.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
51.
That's
Young
young.
as hell.
Yeah, man.
He did a lot though.
Yeah. But it wasn't, I don't want to say like a dick, but it wasn't enough in Hollywood standards
Enough for what?
to be cemented.
Hollywood standards?
I'm just saying, like I was this is what I wanted to talk about, because that's why I put up the question: has his work been overlooked in Hollywood? Because after it was some things that I read after what movie he directed, Tyrese was in it, Baby Boy. It was a lot of critics were critical of that movie. They didn't feel it was a great movie. It wasn't some of his best work. I mean, when it first came out initially, I can't remember what age I was, but I just know I wasn't at a point where I could appreciate it now.
What kind of critics, though? I mean, I think it's the kind of
movie,
shit where, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, Scarface got killed by the critics when it came, but, you know, the cultural significance of the movie outshines that. Like, 10, 15 years after the movie, nobody gives a fuck about what the critics say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what y'all put in TV Guide or whatever bullshit magazine you write for. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the cultural significance of Baby Boy, like, that shit was deep, man. Like, that shit was dope as hell. Like, on the surface and, like, the actual, you know, meat and potatoes of the fucking movie. Like, that shit was dope as hell.
And Boys in the Hood.
Hell yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck what any critic says. Like, these shits are timeless hood classics that 30 years from now, like, you know, people are still going to be watching. Like, I don't give a fuck what any critic says about that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But it was just something that I read, and I was just like, wow. I immediately
read what?
I read that. It was years ago, and it just it resurfaced when he passed, and someone stated that, you know, with not verbatim, but he said, he mentioned, like, oh, let's not think like John Singleton didn't direct Baby Boy, you know, as if that was such a culture.
Who was
mover.
this person that
I
wrote
don't
it?
know the name of the dude.
They can be in tune with, like,
It was just
the
I was
hood,
just
or like that has to be a super Hollywood kind of,
I don't
like, you know.
understand.
It didn't make me think like, what, like, homeboy.
But what do you? I'm missing.
No, I just brought it up because these are the thoughts of people of his work, and it made me think of, like, has he? I think he has, but others may not have think like his work.
Oh, when he said
warrants-
that he was downplaying it.
Yeah, like maybe in a sense, like there's people out there who think his work hasn't been cemented in, like, you know, I guess Hollywood as something that's formidable. I guess comparison to his other African American director.
I don't know.
Like who?
People think they often compared him to, like, or their work, like Spike Lee's work. Him and Spike Lee, the Hewley brothers.
I think Spike Lee's
Yeah.
had more movies than he has, so maybe you can say, you know.
But I just found it to be weird. Why can't, and it's kind of like what I think somebody said it, can't remember. Why can't we just all embrace the greatness of, you know, our own?
I mean, it's
Like,
like
we're
saying, yo,
comparing.
Michael Jordan's better than you. You ain't shit. Like, okay.
Snowfall is
Like,
also John
Snowfall
Singleton.
is dope as shit. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Which I want to get into. Something
Yeah.
I'm going to get into this week, my week off.
Yeah, I haven't checked it, but everyone raves about it. So
Yeah.
It's a must watch for this week off. But that's just something, you know. But rest in peace, John Singleton.
Yeah, word.
Rest in peace. Segue out of that. What I got? GOODZ versus Cassidy. I watched it.
I didn't see it. Where'd you see it? Oh,
what
you
should
had
I
the
say?
what's the name? Yeah.
Why you don't be hooking him up with your bootleg?
No.
joints?
First of all, you ain't gotta say it like that. My bootleg joint. Actually, I tried to watch it for off my guy of YouTube, but I couldn't find it because he's usually good with that. But he didn't drop it.
Okay.
It's
Oh, so you
usually the
haven't
day
seen
after.
it?
I didn't see it, but I heard audio. I heard Cassie's audio the first round, but it was just like and I heard GOODZ audio, and it was.
So you think GOODZ won?
I mean,
GOODZ
off the
won,
audio. I mean,
but-
first 5 minutes, it was hard to
I thought
judge
y'all
it.
knew.
Nah, but
That's what
I mean, it's no
everybody said.
spoiler alert for me. I mean, you can.
I mean,
I'm sure we'll.
I'm gonna
catch
do
it.
something on it. Only, I mean, people are still talking about it, right? And so, this battle, I mean,
You've
because he
seen it?
did so. Yeah, I've seen it, but I've been stalling on watching it again, and I needed to watch it again because people are saying that he won.
Yeah.
And he thinks he won now. And so because notable people in the culture said that he won, he kind of came out this week and started gloating, saying that he 30'd him. And I'm like, really? Like, you know, that delusional, his delusional, you know, overconfident marketing thing was genius going in. But when you clearly lose, it's kind of like, So now how are we like you're doing the same thing? Like I'm not saying he's supposed to say he lost because most battle rappers don't say that, right? But to like he's been very disrespectful of Goods. Like he's been like on some he's been trashing Goods. Like saying he was trash, saying he didn't say anything. First of all, Cassidy he didn't say anything better than Goods. So you're saying like even on so he was on Norb's podcast and I was listening to it. It was pissing me off. That's what made me start getting at him because he keeps talking about the science, right? Clearly you don't know the science. There's a science to everything. So that's why I was sold on that. I'm like, okay, yeah. So this guy, you know, he hasn't battled in years and he's talking about the science of battling. Then that can sell me because I'm like, okay, you know that there are things that you have to do. Like you're following it so you know what you're up against. Because if you can't be throwing out the science of something and then, you know, do what he did. Now, I'm going to say this. His first round was good, right? It was a solid round. I gave him the first round. Even though he veered off in the first round too. He lost people, but he brought it back because at the end, he had direct bars. Like, the reason why he stunk it up in the second and third is because he had a lot of filler. And so, see, the culture kind of like, I don't have a problem with filler.
For those who don't know what a filler is, what
Well,
is
filler is just bars, just random bars about whatever, nothing, you know, or filler is also bars that kind of help you get to your punch, right? So it might be a whole bunch of a storyline that probably has like no punches, no real reaction. You're just telling the story.
I think the attention span is shorter now, so like you can't have a lot of filler. Like we live in that Vine, 30-second clip. Like the attention span is lost. You too many bars of filler, and motherfuckers like, oh, that shit is whack.
True, and
like,
then now certain things that people call filler, I don't call filler. Like, because I've been told like that I have filler. And I'm like, that's not filler. It's lyricism within that. Battle rap doesn't really, in my opinion, doesn't really praise lyricism. They're more battle rap is about punchlines. Yeah. So if you're not punching OD, they don't care. You know what I mean? But he had filler because he was rapping about going to Tokyo and like this different shit that we like. Sorry, no one gives a fuck about that. Like, what do you? Then you can't do that. You can't take a moment to rap about yourself while you're battling. Mm-hmm. But it has to be entertaining. Yeah. That's the other thing too, where this theme it makes me want to actually write about it because I think it'll pierce more. Like because everyone's blogging about what's going on, but same thing that came up in the Lord Jamar interview, right? Mm-hmm. So when he said. It seems like battle rap is like poetry. Mm-hmm. And then I heard that again, right? And then Daylight also gave Cassidy the battle, and he brought that up too. Like how battle rap is like, it goes through this though. It's always that motion, right? So now I guess you could say it's like about 10 years in, and excuse me, this happens often where it gets to a really corny peak. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's like, it's just corny. And I'm feeling, but you know what it is? They're not rapping anymore. It's not about rap. Like, it's literally talking. Because you said this, and when I was in, California, this happened. And your baby mother, she's this. It's like, dude, like,
dissing, like doing
personals and all that.
It's like a talking. That's why some people don't gravitate towards it because they do think it's corny. Like some artists I know, they rock with it, right? But they'll never do it, and they also downplay it because of that. So I think that it needs to get back to the rapping,
actual
like
rapping,
flows. No one has a flow anymore, like cadences. You don't have to sound like you're rapping on beat, but switch it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not gonna over entertain with Cassidy's favorite word that he's been using, right? So this also sold me to figurative language, right? He kept saying that. Most battle rappers don't even use that term, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, he's really with his nerd shit. Like he's studying it, and then you did this bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he had punches, but to me, the best punch or he didn't even have any double entendres like that. His best bars, in my opinion, were the first 8 bars he killed. But he said but then he closed out with, the gun it'll knock off a hippo and lift an elephant up. Like, you're like, really? And that's like, we heard that in 1992.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
are we still doing hippo elephant bars? Like,
I
come on,
just
son.
think it also depends upon your delivery if you say that. Because I feel
No,
like
he
if
said it good, but
if a K-Sean says it,
no, if
people would
anyone
have,
else
like,
would have said that,
it would have
he
been
got
crazy.
booed. But you know what it was? The
think so?
set, no, because the setup was hard. So he did. I'm kind of like probably fucking it up. But when he said the elephant, when he landed on the elephant, the crowd went bananas. This is the first 4 bars, right?
Yeah.
But you know why? Because the line that was hard, the setup was hard. So he did like a light double with melanin and your melanin in. I'll push your melanin in, right? And he did, some kind of I'll beat you to where there's no melanin at. And he flipped that. That was hard. And then he landed on the elephant. So it like, that was like, when he landed on the elephant, the crowd went retarded. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, okay, he's cooking up, he's heating up. His first round was good. The reason why I gave him the first round, because even though he veered off at the end, first of all, the first round, he rhymed like 15 minutes. Like, so you were just demoing, even though they told you that he just kept going. And Goods was looking at Smack like, are you going to call time? Like, you're not going to call
Of course,
time?
you're not gonna call
OD.
time on Cass.
No, you're not. But then at that point, it was like OD. 15 minutes? I mean, it was 14 minutes. Like, first of all, like, it's a 5-minute round. You really rhymed an extra.
But here's the thing too. Because what I like to do after battles that if I don't get a chance to watch them, even if I do, I like to watch 15 Minutes of Fame, and I hear like the other battle rappers give their take on it. Mm-hmm. The person who gave like a really good battle review on it, Calico.
Oh, did he?
I mean, for me, because he broke it down where like he said, yo, his first round it was dope. Second and third, he feels like he lost people. He lost people because he kept flowing the same. And it's like in battle rap, you got to switch it up. Like you can't have that same. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to what you said. So, and then he also made mention of like you got to know where the culture is, because it's kind of like.
But that's the science. If you don't know where the culture is, how are you saying that you know the science?
Maybe he thought of like the science of rhyming, but it's a different set of rules when it comes to battle rap.
Okay, so I posted that, right? So Mickey Fax is like, sadly he does. No, he knows the science of rap.
Yeah.
But that's also a contradiction. You can't know the science of rap and not be up to date with metaphors and similes. Because Mickey Fax tried to say, he knows the science, but he's not up to date with metaphors and similes as far as battle rap. What the fuck? You cannot know the science of rap. And rap is that. Rap is punchlines and lyricism. Metaphors that's what metaphors are. Like, so if you don't, what are you talking about? You can't, like, he had me sold, not that he was going to win. I never said that. I don't believe in counting people out. The culture counts people out often. Like, now he's going to, like, even now, Geechee versus,
Sue.
Yeah, versus Surf. They're like, Geechee's going to body Surf. Really? Why?
I don't know.
How do you just write vets off like that? Like, because he choked and so what? I never count vets out. I love when vets vet. That's what makes you a vet.
I don't know. Choking though is one thing where I'm like, it's never no choking, man. You better freestyle, nigga. You better say some old verse. You better say like the crowd doesn't know what they're supposed to hear unless you at a show where the crowd knows the songs and then you fuck up and it's like But if you don't know what I'm giving you, then you just gonna have to take what the fuck I give you. You can forget your shit. You human, I understand, but that just freezing up. Nah, I'm good. Like, nah, man, never. The show always goes on, man.
But
Once
see,
I get
here's
on
the
that
thing.
stage, keep that shit going, nigga. Freestyle.
I
Say
agree.
some old shit like something, bro.
I don't count his choke though. Is it bad?
Whose show?
Choke is a
Choke is a choke, but I don't feel like it was a
man.
bad
Who's
choke. Sue Surf's choke against Rum Nitty, because I don't think it was a deciding factor on who won.
No, because that's what he started doing. His new wave is.
You can't win if you.
It was
See,
a no
he got so
contest.
big because
like-
he killed the first 2 rounds.
He
That's the
did,
new
yeah.
sucker shit is that I don't have to have a third.
Nah, yeah, you do.
It's
Like,
Charlie Clip shit. That's what I wanted to talk about too, because I was watching that. Shout out to you for interviewing. You had a interview.
Oh,
and
good
you had
looks.
a a James Harden streak. I guess we call it that. You know, you had Lord Jamal, you had Charlie Clips, you
Right.
had
Cormega.
And no, you had somebody else. You had the female.
Oh,
Bonnie. And DNA.
And DNA.
Yeah, so you was, you know.
I was
you was doing
working.
it. You was
Harden
working.
Street, bomb on it, rocket on him. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you did your thing. Shout out to you.
Good luck.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you hating on Clips though?
Clips, yo, let me tell you about Clips. I was one of Clips' biggest fans.
You
man.
seen the debate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how he wanted me as a fan is the irony. He's gonna be. I think he battled him already. Hoffa, right?
Last night.
Like that was the battle that he made me like a big fan because he clowned him and it was dope. But then once I started seeing him like battle,
Wait,
other
he clowned
people,
too?
like matter of fact, when they first battled, they this is their second time battling.
No, they're not.
Yes, it is. They battled Summer Madness years ago. Yes,
Do you want to bet this? You don't want to bet
I
this.
really do want to bet it.
Let's bet.
He battled Math Hoffa in Summer Madness. I don't want to do it.
He did not.
He did. What's the name of this?
He battled Verb, not
No,
Matt.
he did battle Hoffa.
Son, you can't do this with me. You want to bet?
You did. You're right because I'm thinking of the waves. I immediately thought
they
of
were
the
on
waves.
the same stage.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm like, they
Yeah.
never battled.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
No, Clips battled
Clips
Verb.
battled
That's the
Verb.
battle that
Yeah.
Math got
That's the-
smoked by Calico.
Calico. Yep. You're right. I'm wrong. I remember that. They was all on the same card.
Right.
Yeah.
You seeing the stage. Well, to me, I see the stage.
Yeah.
I see not the stage, but you see the background.
Yeah.
And you kind of like thinking, yeah.
I thought of the hair, yeah. But that's when he made me a big fan, when he battled A-Verb. And I'm like, all right. But then once he started giving these half-ass performances, it was kind of whack because you think of it from a entertainer standpoint. I think some battlers do that. I think people like Tay-Rock, I think he really hones in on that. People come to see him. He gives them a show. I think with Charlie Clips, he got lazy with it, and then it was always something. It's like, yo, people don't want to hit. I think Hollow got him on that when they battled. Like,
Did you see him versus Twerk?
yeah,
Was it good? I haven't seen that. Everyone keeps saying that he was good.
I didn't. It wasn't his best. It was like, oh, it was a typical. It wasn't like something wowie.
See, the same thing. So he battled Hoffa. That's the battle I saw. Only battle
Yeah.
I saw last night, right?
How was that?
It was good, but it made me still think, like, where's battle rap going? He was good. See, he has things that you need to preserve battle rap. I think that's also why people are going for Cass, because I'm seeing a lot of people, like, really riding Cass, right? And I'm like, based on what? But it's because there's an element there that's necessary to keep battle rap thriving.
Yeah.
The element that it's losing, which is just the realness of it. It's not street anymore. That's another part. So it's raw, but it's not like raw enough. But my point is, Clips did things in that battle, like freestyling. That keeps it going, because that's something. It's an entertainment factor. That I saw. John did an interview, which I wasn't feeling, with 15 Minutes of Fame,
Yeah.
and he was saying that he's not an entertainer.
Who?
John.
No, who's not an entertainer?
He was saying that he's here. Like, this is where I think battle rap is in a bubble. I keep saying that. Like, before, mainstream used to kind of pigeonhole battlers and put them in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But now with this digital era, it's you. It's I'm not saying us, 'cause I'm not claiming that. I feel like it's them.
Yeah.
They put themselves, because now it's like, oh, you can't come over here and you can't do what we do. What do you do so different? You rap. You have intricate bars, but you rap. Anybody who raps can battle. I always have said that.
I think anybody that's really a rapper, you started out battling somebody. Like, you
Right.
battled somebody before. You
just
had some
competed.
type of
You had
back
to
and
compete
forth.
with your
Yeah.
rhymes.
That's the only way you get respected. That you even could rap. If somebody ain't hear you rap against somebody before, it's like, oh, nah, we don't even want to hear you yet.
This
Like,
story is about the whole Rough Rider thing, how they used to have people battle each
yeah,
other.
when M signs you gotta battle M. Like, and everybody says, like, yo, I know I got fucking murdered, but you gotta do it. And for you to come and be amongst us every day, you gotta prove yourself. Like, everybody, everybody tells a story. Like, everybody.
I didn't know M did that.
Everybody who signs on Shady gotta battle M.
Damn.
And he probably roast your shit, but you just gotta show that you could hold your own.
You gotta
Like, you know
keep
what I'm
up,
saying? You're
yo.
gonna get killed. Yeah.
It's about lyrical
Sidebar.
exercise.
Sidebar to get back to what you said. Did y'all hear that Logic featuring Eminem?
I haven't heard it.
Homicide?
I ain't hear it. I heard it was coming out though, but I ain't hear it.
Shit.
It's
Word.
good.
That joint is popping. I like it, man.
Nah,
I like it.
I could see that.
I like
being
it.
good.
I do like it a lot. I didn't think I listened to it twice, just to but I really do. M's verse was crazy. M's verse was crazy.
How was Logic?
Logic was Logic. Although
You're a big Logic fan.
I am, but I will say this about Logic, and then we can get back to that. Like him saying the saying nigga, it's weird. It's weird.
He is black.
I know, and I know I was on record talking about
Does
Drake
he say
saying
it, though?
He says it. He said it a couple times on this song, like hard. Like it was like I had to like
Niggas!
yeah, like the first couple bars,
Niggas.
and I'm like, I always think of the whole Dave Chappelle skit when he was like, "It's the nigga family, niggas." So I'm like, yo. Yeah, it was a dope track, but that just threw me off because like the first listen, imagine you hear, yeah, but the niggas. I'm like, oh shit, that's how you giving it up, Logic. That's how you giving it up.
I feel you. He looks white.
He
looks
looks,
black, but
yeah,
he looks white. So
like
it's hard to
Drake
accept it.
kinda gets my like, all right, Drake, because
No, you hate when Drake says it too.
I do, but it's kind of like
You just hate when
Yeah.
anybody that's not like I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
Black,
know,
black.
it's like-
yeah, fuck Drake though, but
I mean, J. Cole's the same shit. It's like
Nah.
it is though.
just
They
like
both
how, I
have.
guess Drake gets your nigga pass.
I mean, in their mind, his daddy look like a fucking Mississippi pimp. He ain't gonna pass for me. I think Drake older than me. His dad like that. Look at his daddy. Like, hell yeah, you can say that shit. You know how many times his daddy said nigga in his life? Like, bruh, that shit got nothing to do with me. You may look a little light skinned, but bruh, you like, look at his daddy, son. Like,
Forgot how
for
that.
real. Like, I'm not questioning nobody who pops
Daddy's
look
the
like that,
old
bro.
school
Yeah,
OG.
like, but so I can't, his uncles,
Exactly.
his pops, like I can't question that, man. Like,
I guess. All right, Drake.
it's like Halle Berry, Halle Berry and Mariah Carey, they both half white, but it's like shit. Mariah Carey, she came in like nigga, you'd be like, bitch, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? If Halle Berry was in nigga, you'd be like, oh, all right, whatever. But
Yeah.
the fact remains, they both 50%. Like it's just,
I suppose.
I don't know.
I digress. All right. Clips.
I wanted to say that I feel like he's lazy. Yeah, try. I don't know. They're different.
Wait. Listeners. And people, if you get the chance to see the bag on YouTube, we are chewing on honey butter chips. This shit, first chip, this is a mind fuck. Yo,
It is though.
hold up. Did you try one? Try one. Yo, no.
wrong with
You
it?
tried
Nah,
one? Nah.
I've been talking shit
Nah.
about this shit since the beginning,
I'm
like,
thinking
yo,
of,
the fuck?
I'm like, oh, honey
What is it?
barbecue.
What's wrong with it? Like,
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, yo, I get a taste of like waffles, like breakfast. I get a taste of pancakes. Yo, he said one more.
yeah, immediately.
Yo, immediately.
Immediately, this shit tastes like breakfast.
Yo,
Holy shit.
it tastes like syrup,
Yeah.
like a syrup chip. I'm sorry.
You had to stop the
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like the
Ain't
first
bad.
bite.
Damn bad.
It ain't bad, but I just don't know what to make of it yet. I don't know. Shout out to you, Rain, because that's different. That's different.
I didn't know Waz was from the Bronx. Like I didn't know it was a regional thing because I had a shorty come through like a couple years ago, whatever.
What?
She came through. Nah, dead ass, bro. Listen. She was from like I think Seattle or something. You know, she came through. We was watching. I forgot what Super Bowl it was. I think it might have been Cam Newton when he played the Broncos or whatever. It was a couple years ago, whatever. So she came through, whatever. I had chips. You know what I'm saying? Mad Bag chips, whatever. She tried to play me like, oh, you got the knockoff brand chips? I'm like, bitch, what? Like, I had the wild cheese, dude. You know, that's my shit. Like, I'm like, what you talking about? This shit is only in the Bronx. Like, they don't got this shit on the West Coast. She's like, what the fuck is Waz? I've never seen this shit before in my life. I'm like, yo, you playing? Like, you for real? Like, I had to look it up. Bro, this shit is from the Bronx. Like, it's only in, like, the New York and the tri-state
Why?
area.
Is it?
That
New
ass.
York.
Yeah, bro. That shit is from the Bronx. Like, I don't know if it says it on the bag, but...
Oh, you mean like it's based in the Bronx?
Yeah,
it? I
like
never knew that.
it's not anywhere. It's only like in the tri-state, like in the Northeast. Wise is
I know,
only in
no, I know,
Northeast,
I know
yo.
it's Eastern, but I didn't know it was the Bronx.
She
though.
tried to play me. I'm like, yo. She like, oh, you got the knockoff snacks. It was really roasting me. I'm like, wait. Hold on.
No, Wise is a
But,
brand.
yo,
They've been
Wise is-
around for a long
I
time.
fuck with Wise shit.
But
Like,
I don't
love
really.
Wise
Wise.
chips.
Well, I'm gonna be
Honey
honest.
and
I'm not
garlic, I
the
used to
biggest
fuck
Wise
with
fan. I only, I like.
Could
the-
have fooled me.
Nah, I mean, I've tried these in the small bag. So I said, oh, I never seen them in the big bag.
They got them shits in a small bag.
The cheese doodles.
No, I'm
though?
talking
The
about
Wise
honey.
cheese doodles?
When I was
Butter.
youngin', I used to love the cheese.
Yeah.
doodles. I don't eat those no more. But to me,
Word.
Wise are like. I don't like plain Wise. Like to me, if you're a good chip brand, we're gonna talk chips, right? If you're a good chip brand,
Food.
you know I'm a
brand.
foodie. If you're a good chip brand, I feel like you wouldn't go. Like your chips are good if you can eat them plain, like the
Yeah.
plain chips. And I would never buy a plain bag of Wise
Like,
chips.
just
They're
regular, like,
whack.
Yeah. I
They're
need
whack.
like onion and garlic, sour cream.
No, but certain like now Lay's, I can do a plain Lay's.
I can't do.
To me, your chips are based. If you're a good chip, if I can eat them plain, like
You're a good chip.
I need
Like
your
Utz,
cheese
you can eat
doodles,
Utz.
man. That's what you think. Utz is better than Wise?
Not gonna hold
I
you.
do.
Utz have the best
Utz
plain
is
chips.
better.
They have
than
the best
Wise.
plain chips.
They're like cleaner. This Wise is just like I don't know, man.
Now, why is you on to something with this honey butter?
Wise, I fuck with y'all. Wise, give us the sponsorship, man. We fuck
Yo.
with Wise.
No, I fuck
man.
with Wise, but you know what? Wise kettle chip is pretty good.
That's what my taste buds said.
But the regular Wise chip is like,
The cheese doodles, man. That's the holy grail.
You know
of- I
what? She
don't fuck
probably
with
looked
Cheetos.
at you like Cheetos.
Yo,
Like,
that-
that's
yeah,
what you
like,
should have
she's
had.
Like, what? Like,
No,
you got
cheese-
Wise? I'm
no,
like,
we're
nah,
gonna-
this
now
shit
we gonna
way
do
better
that.
than Cheetos.
cheese doodles are way better than
Hell
Cheetos.
no.
yo.
Nah, those
yeah, cheese
Cheetos-
doodles are better, but Wise cheese doodles, the
This
blue bag
combo-
with the crunchy, best, bro. That's the best right there. That's the upper echelon.
No, but I used
Holy
to be like
grail.
a whole OD snack. Like I
I'm
definitely
mad.
was
We
going.
got a
in-
fucking yeah. We got a rant on snacks.
No, this shit
Nah,
does
she
millions
crazy.
of views on YouTube. Like just food shit. It can be anything. Sidebar. I stumbled because I started watching these stupid food videos.
Technically, you can't side by sidebar. I was.
You know, I'm a sidebar queen. But there's this guy, yo. I'm like, he's doing too much. He goes by Chugs, Badland Chugs. I shared one of his videos. The guy that I'm like, it had like 600,000 views. in
How?
off of chugging a strawberry soda,
Yo,
yo.
I seen his shit.
And now I'm
Diabetes.
seeing that.
Diabetes.
Yo, and now I'm seeing that.
Just
that's
him
all
chugging fucking soda?
Yo, yeah.
Yo,
He'll
now I'm
chug
seeing
it
that's all he does, yo.
Okay.
Son, it'll be a 2
All right.
liter who put that
Okay.
shit down
He's
in 4
huge,
seconds,
too.
dog.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay.
Diabetes.
This is
He's
a
doing
skill.
shit that
It's
he
a
can
skill.
just die. I think he wants like.
He wants that.
I
He's
mean,
the
I don't wanna say
diabetes
it, but I think he wants to
champion.
do this shit live, right?
Okay.
But no, I just seen another. I didn't watch it. I'm like, I refuse. But he does wild views, yo.
How does
He's
your
doing a
stomach
strawberry
feel
milkshake,
after
chugging
that?
it. Like, what are you
Oh my
doing?
God.
Why are
Yo,
you chugging a milkshake?
All
yo?
the shit with the crazy food people that I want to see is the day after. Like, you ever watch some fucking shits where the little Asian woman eats 30 chickens, like 30 whole chickens, and you like, yo, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
gosh.
All right, that's all fine and dandy. You put it down. Video record the next
after.
day, because I
She in
know.
the bathroom.
She's like,
yo,
this.
I know, like, I gotta see. If you're regular, if you're putting down 30 chickens and you're just regular, then, like, it takes your shit to the
It's
next
like
level.
the
Like, I
motherfucker
don't know.
who always wins those fucking Frank
Kobayashi?
shit.
But even that.
But him, the other dude, the American dude.
Oh, yeah, Cody Chestnut.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Cody Chestnut.
Nah, that's the
Some
dude
Chestnut,
from
yeah, that's the
Cody Chestnut. That's the
guitar
dude from The
player,
Roots. But nah, what we was talking about?
Back to clips.
Nah, wait. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Charlie Clips eat the most potato chips now, right?
He probably could.
Yeah.
Charlie Clips, come through, eat these honey butter chips. He probably had them
Nah,
already.
he look like he yeah.
Yo, these shits is crazy,
Nah,
yo.
it is. It's breakfast. Chip.
A breakfast chip. It's the breakfast chip.
But don't they have chicken and waffles like Lay's or some shit? Is it
They
chicken
do.
and waffles flavor Lay's
But this tastes like I'm having a waffle pancake syrup,
and chip?
and it's just,
Yeah, slick.
You got to chill.
it's a lot to
I
digest,
think,
though.
I think you're having a good time over there.
It's a lot to digest. You did something here. You're onto something, Raine. But Charlie Clips, I feel like he's a dope MC. He can rap, but
That's my point. He
It's
has a
just-
talent.
yeah, he does
but
have a
he's
talent.
Lazy. So I feel like, you know,
has anybody called him out on that?
Lazy, like y'all think when he prepares for the battles or he's
I
just
did
not
before,
doing
but
enough?
I didn't do it
or-
in this particular. See, if I would have saw the twerk battle, I would have went in. Like seeing him perform last night live, but see, he has certain elements that you need. So,
Yeah.
like I said, freestyling, right? And then also being able to be entertaining. So I can tell versus Math that he I don't feel like he really prepared like that, but he was
Yeah.
still
You
good.
think he lost?
No, I think he won. He,
Okay.
to me,
Damn.
watching it, he won. Now I missed his first round, but the rounds that I saw, Math was good. Another thing is I don't know. People like it's a catch 22 with the crowd. Thing.
Math be talking a lot.
He do,
like,
but see, so I was reading the
and
comments.
Clips raps. Like
Math
so
does the
that's-
talking, so it made me think that again. Like, so
Yeah.
people were saying this is boring, right? But Math had a lot of bars. Like, he had bars, but I don't know. Watching it, this is why people with talent, like you end up doing just enough. Like, you get lazy because you know that you can effortlessly win. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, watching Clips last night, he might have prepared, like, it's a technique, right? So when you freestyle a technique, everyone does it. I know M does it. Everyone does it. Jen, you have the content, you have the bars in the back of your head. Like,
Yeah.
you have go-to bars. And then you kind of just manipulate what's going on live. And then you find ways to reach, to kind of grab those bars. So I'm saying that's what I felt like he did. I'm like, did this nigga really even, did he write a full round? Because he was good, but he was flawless. He didn't choke. Because sometimes you could tell when he's not prepared is when he's freestyling, like, and it's nonstop. You got nothing to go to.
Yeah,
so his
just the
preparation
rambling,
is just that he
rambling.
got the content, but it's still freestyle.
Yeah, I
you
see
know what I'm
you do that.
saying? But he still won because he kind of was like, he said some real talk where, see, Math kind of lost 2 in the third round. He did the father snitch angle. Like,
I think it's done. I think we're done.
I mean,
I'm over here
it
now.
was exposed the one time with Lux, which was authentic, because to me that was being exposed, because I never knew that, and I feel like Battle Rap didn't know that. Harlem probably knew that about him, you know what I'm saying? But that had never been said in the battle, and that was more authentic because Lux is from Harlem. He knows, they're cool.
Yeah.
Math doing that angle.
It's like you like an outsider, dude. You don't know shit. Your shit
This is
ain't
what I'm trying
credible.
to say. You got to get back to the rapping. Like, fine.
I feel
See,
like
me.
personals. I'm sorry. to cut
It's
you off.
almost a more it's the personal
No, but be
shit
personal.
with battle rap now.
When I used to battle, how I used to, like, I think that this is something that I think is good. I don't have to know your whole life to know how I feel about you.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna give it away, but I feel like what I would do, I would just say stuff that I know would hurt their feelings, right? So if you're aiming to do that, because I'm saying, like, but it's also constructive. Like, this is what I think about you. You know what I mean? Like, telling them real shit, things that can make a person be like, like, I do that, or flip it, but. Like kind of creating storylines and then like overbeating like a storyline. It's not creative. That's not creative. If 5,000 people already told me that your father's a snitch, why do I now have to say it again when I battle you?
Yeah, like certain battles where they, talk about the same shit, like with the certain storylines, like with Calico, like certain shit like that has already been said in different battles. I'm done hearing about
People need to like.
Don't niggas do that with
Break.
Cass a lot? Because all niggas do the same shit with Cass. Oh, the car accident. Oh, you was rapping God. Oh, AR Ab. All that shit is always the
I
same
mean, well,
shit.
GOODZ
I
did
heard
do
that.
that
I
part.
heard that AR app.
Everybody always does that. It's what everybody does.
I mean, some of
Assassinated.
that, yeah, but I feel like with Cass, we didn't know like the details. Like, I feel like certain things you can touch on, but the creativity is
That's what
the
rapping is.
breakdown.
You got to be able to bring them both.
Break,
They gotta be
yeah,
real
and
shit,
break
but you
it
then gotta be
down. The
creative with
creativity
to
is
bring it.
breaking your opponent down.
Yeah.
You don't have to overuse an angle, or use or even touch an angle that's been touched already. Break your opponent down. Just get back to that. Be creative to break your opponent down.
You
I don't
don't
have to
win.
know your whole lifestyle, your whole
Yeah.
life story to break you down. Like, because dudes are getting like it starts to become like a gossiping like. I'm like, no, this. I don't want to hear that sometimes from dudes. Like,
Yeah.
why are you saying things that chicks would say? Like,
You don't
your
win
baby
just
mother-
by mentioning
your-
shit like that.
Exactly.
You got to be able to be creative with
This
it.
is where
and come
Math
with some
lost me
shit.
too. He brought up Ash Cash, who Clips used to fuck with,
Okay.
and saying how she gave him head and all this other shit. So that's supposed to be like a rule factor, but it was just like mad corny. Like,
that's whack.
and you know why? That's why I could do it to Clips, because Clips rebutted that
Yeah.
easy. He was just like, he just said it like, oh, you said you gave my chick head. Well, and he flipped it. He was like, and then you're questioning my friendship with you. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got head from my ex, and then you're wondering why I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That was an easy way to flip. Like, you know, like you're not surprising me by telling me you got head from my ex.
And then you gotta be a bit more strategic, and that's lazy on math.
Super
too.
lazy, yo. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, if
These
I'm
guys-
battling you and I know you like the queen of rebuttals, I'm not gonna give you some easy shit to rebuttal. Nah.
Like,
I
come on,
think
get
that's-
more creative, yo. The creativity is lacking, yo.
Yeah, battle rap is just, I'm gonna try to bring up as much shit about you as I possibly can and make
Right.
people laugh at you. The art is being lost.
The
You gotta
art.
be able to
And let's
make it shit
let's
cool.
get back to rapping.
Yeah,
Like, let's get back to
definitely.
rapping, yo.
Definitely. I fuck with man, but he be talking too much sometimes. It's like, damn, it's like you almost giving a lecture and not spitting a verse. Like, you just up there like.
He has balance.
uh,
You're right. He has those moments. He did that yesterday. But he has balance to me
Yeah.
where he's like, you know, he has comedy. You know,
Yeah.
he tells a story. He
He's
has
good.
the bar. He's
Yeah,
good.
that's the shit. Like,
good.
he's very good. I just want you to rap more, bro. Like,
Right.
stop the like talking like the sermon type shit. But I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. To take a break off battle rap for a second, you seen Endgame?
Hell yeah.
I haven't
Hell
seen
yeah.
it.
I want to go see it.
So-
Shit. Some of that pissed me off though. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little mad.
Spoiler alert.
Can we? I mean, I don't know. Raine didn't see it.
Raine
I don't
didn't
wanna
see
fuck-
it.
I
No,
don't
go
wanna
ahead. I
fuck
don't
anything
care.
You
up.
sure? You seen
Son.
it? You seen Endgame? Do you care?
It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Bro, Captain America cannot call the fucking hammer, bro. First and foremost. That's
he just
bullshit.
did.
Son.
And I believe he does in the comics, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he does?
I believe.
I think, yeah, but there's so much shit that happens in the comics. I think comics and movies is a different world, bro. Captain America calling
But
the
you
hammer is
gotta
bullshit.
stay true to the comic in some realm because most of the people who watch these movies are, you know, they're really comic
Are
book.
they though? I wouldn't say that. I think
Yes.
all of the comic book crazies go to see it,
Yeah.
but the majority of the people, like, you're not selling $200 million box
that's
office
what-
off just the comic book community.
But
There's
I
not
think-
enough people. Everyone's going to see that.
But I think that's what
Like,
sells the movie, the fact that it has so much from the comic book. The
well, even if it is,
storylines.
if it's in the comic book, that's whack. Like, nobody's supposed to be able to not only pick. Nobody's supposed to even be able to pick up the hammer, but you calling this shit, like, since when this shit just decided it comes to you now?
Well,
That shit was whack,
if you
bro.
remember when I believe it was the Age of Ultron. Damn, I don't want to sound like a fucking geek, but
He called it.
You are. It's okay.
whatever.
He called it in that one too.
But here's the thing: it would say like this was the hammer, this
Yeah.
this mango, whatever, right? And then everybody was trying to move it.
Yeah, I remember
You
Hulk
remember that?
couldn't do it.
Hulk couldn't
Nobody
do
could.
it.
Yeah.
But then
Captain
Captain
America.
America was like, and then that's when Thor was like, oh shit, he had
Oh,
that
I
look.
didn't realize. I
So-
hate Captain America though. Let me just say,
Captain
that. It's a
America was
corny
on.
character.
I think after the film, shout out to Chris Klein, right? That's his
I
name.
don't even know.
He did a great job portraying Captain America.
I hate the character.
He made me look at Captain America as a dope character.
I don't think certain characters translate well to movies. Like, I think Captain America's corny in movies. I think Superman's corny in movies. I think Spider-Man's corny in movies. Like, it's good in comics. It's good in cartoons. But movies, I don't want to see none of them.
You cannot give me
I don't
any
want to see
advice.
any of
You
them in the movies.
cannot
Real
give
shit.
me any
Like,
advice.
it doesn't translate well to me. Like,
got the remix.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, I don't want to watch a fucking movie about that. Like, I don't want to watch a movie about Superman. As dope as it is, it's like, who could really beat this? Like, that shit is for comics. Like, it has to be
Doomsday.
super. That's what I'm saying. It has to be super comic-y, cartoony. But I don't want to watch a movie with real people and Superman because, like, he's fucking everything up if he really, really wants to, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see it in the
can,
cartoons. I
but
want
he
to see it in the
can't.
comic books. How can he, bro?
Did you see Batman versus Superman?
Yeah.
That was It's
could
not
have,
factual.
He could have tore, and I fuck niggas. No, I'm not going against Batman for nobody. I think
You're about to.
Batman to fuck Thanos up and keep shit totally real, bro. If they have beef, Superman could literally pull your head off, like in 0.1 seconds. Like, oh, we got beef. Rip, you're dead. Fuck out of here.
But
Like,
also-
I'm going on about my business. Like,
But what
ain't no beef,
But
bro.
what Batman say, yo? He said, they asked him, "What's your superpower?" He said, "I'm rich." So with that, He has the fucking capabilities of of defeating all of his.
It's bigger than money. It ain't, bro.
But I'm telling
Superman
you,
could shoot you with
he
the
beat
laser eyes
Superman.
from a fucking mile away, bro. He's literally faster than a speeding bullet. He could move around. You would never even fucking see him. He could rip your head off in 0.1 second, bro. Like if you really want to get real technical, bro, like you can't.
He
It's
beat
whack,
Superman
bro.
though. He beat Superman
Bro,
by using
I
his.
fuck with Batman.
By
of
using
course, hell
his.
yeah. I said Batman would have fucked Thanos up by himself
He
against all of them. I
Of
said, but
course.
some Batman's the man. But in real life, keep it really funk. If this shit was to really happen, bro, it's no fucking contest, man.
I think Batman still wins.
Bro, Batman's my dude.
Batman's my guy too, but Batman still wins.
Come on, man.
But we digress. Back to Marvel, right? It was a great movie. I really enjoyed. Let me just say this: I didn't go to the movie theater to go see it.
You son, you are the fucking fire stick champ of the world, bro. You stay on that shit. I went to the movies. I went. To
I
the
did
movies.
not.
Now I'm gonna watch it in the crib though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, it
3
was,
hours is
I had a
hard in
great
the
copy.
theater,
It's hard to do for me
it's hard.
in a movie theater. 3 hours. I can do 3 hours in my house.
3 hours is a lot, man.
In a movie theater where
If
it's like,
entertaining with other people. That's what makes it easier.
nah. I mean, and I got one for that too. I felt like I was in the movie theater because the copy that I had,
Oh,
parts that were
God.
funny, people laughed. I laughed. You know. Yeah.
Boo.
It was funny. Whatever.
Incredible Hulk is ass too.
Nah,
I'm
come
glad.
on.
Son, that shit is corny. I
Who
never
do you
wanna
like
see
out of
no
Marvel?
Hulk.
You don't like nobody.
I like fucking Black Panther and fucking Iron Man, and everybody else is like corny. Nah, and I fuck with Guardians. That's what I really fuck with. But
Yeah,
I
the
don't
Guardians is
know, bro.
popular.
Like, son, Hulk is ass. Thanos slapped you up 4 times and you ain't even want no more static. Nigga got smart and mad calm. Thanos slapped him 4 times. Like, bro, I want to hear no Hulk smash nothing ever
Oh, yeah,
again,
yeah.
bro. Ever. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Because you literally got snuffed 4 times and just fell the fuck back, son. Like,
Nah.
nigga Hulk taking selfies in the fucking movie
Yeah, that
and
was
shit.
funny.
Nigga
That
Hulk
was
got a
funny.
sling. How the fuck Hulk got a sling? Get the fuck out of my face, man. The Incredible Hulk arm is hurt. He need a sling. How long is Incredible Hulk gonna be in a sling, bro? Get the fuck out of here, son. That shit was corny as shit, bro.
Did you like the movie?
It was okay. People was like, it's the best movie ever. Hell fucking no.
was a
I
good
think
movie.
Infinity War was
better.
way better. Way better. Infinity War is one of the best movies, period, like I've ever seen, like outside of superhero genre, but Endgame was okay. It was alright, but it was a lot of shit that had me pissed off.
I mean, the hype around it, like it was like okay, because you knew the people who, died in the first one were gonna come back. You just didn't know how. You knew they were gonna come back.
I mean, I think that was fairly obvious.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Stone, we're gonna, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
because-
it's, obvious.
I feel you. It was just for me. It was just a matter of when and how they were going to do that, how they were going to pull it off. However, the part when Thor killed Thanos, that threw me off. But then I'm like,
Mad early, right?
yeah.
I
I'm
was
like,
oh,
hold up.
shit.
So who's the new villain? Really?
Yeah, and I wish they would have showed what he did to destroy the stones, cause like what happened that fucked him up so bad that he was fucked up. Cause man, like half his face was fucked up. He was limping and shit. Like what happened? Like I wanted to see that. Like show us that, bro. Like he mentioned it and then they never even like.
I think in them showing that showed how it affected Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Because
I mean,
essentially that's what happened with Iron Man.
I knew that was happening. That was coming.
Nah, but I like how they did the end because you didn't know if it was either going to be Iron Man or Captain America. Because Captain America was getting his ass whooped by Thanos.
I knew, when walking out of the last one, I knew that was. I mean, and because I mean, if you a real nerd and you know that Robert Downey Jr. isn't coming back as Iron Man, like the contractually, like
And
these
the
people
dude
are
that's
not coming
playing
back.
Chris Klein,
He's not. Yeah, he's not coming back.
not-
Thor's not
he
coming
can't-
back.
yeah.
So it's like you knew they had to tie these angles up. So you kind of knew what was coming with that.
In the movie, though, my favorite characters were Thor and the raccoon.
Rocket.
Rocket was
Come on, son. Don't
He
call
black.
him Raccoon Rocket.
he black.
Well, that's
even
what's
though
her
that's
name.
Bradley Cooper's voice.
Yeah.
But he black.
Nah, I fuck with Guardians. I fuck with
Guardians
Guardians.
is
over
popping. They thorough.
Avengers, and, I
Although-
fuck with them over everybody.
Although I will say, Captain America, of course, is one of my favorite characters, but it was just Thanos.
Thanos is my favorite out of everybody.
Favorite villain. I won't say favorite character.
Fuck that. I like
Sidebar. Cassidy said that he's Thanos in the battle rap.
I mean, I knew someone was gonna try to make the correlation because he's that gangster. Like nobody's as gangster as Thanos. He slapped the shit out of Hulk. Hulk didn't even want to come back no more. The whole movie, like Hulk has not been back since the beginning of the last movie.
Yeah.
After Thanos snuffed him
Nobody
up a couple
talks about
times.
that.
Dead
Soften
ass,
him
bro.
up.
Son, soften him up. That did all that shit. Like. Bro, nigga Thanos rolled up right out front the Avengers shit with no army, no nothing. Took his helmet off and just sat outside and waited for niggas like.
That was ill.
We're just waiting like, all right, y'all niggas gonna come out, so I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Like dead ass. No army, no nothing.
That
Just
was
like, just chill. Like waited right outside this shit like, all right. But who was it? Iron Man, Captain America.
The OGs came out.
All of them up.
The OGs came out.
All of them up, dolly. Like, ain't nobody fucking with Thanos.
The OGs came out.
Marvel, make a Thanos movie just for him. Show DC how to do the villain movie right, because Suicide Squad was ass.
Well,
so show them how to really do a villain movie.
Sidebar to the sidebar. Did you see the trailer for Joker?
Shit looks whack as
Wow.
fuck. I'm sorry.
What
Y'all
do
like
you
that?
like?
Bro, maybe I'm super hater, bro. And look,
Hey.
you saw the Joker shit?
That joint look popping.
It should look corny to me. Maybe I'm holding up.
Joker.
I think, yeah, maybe.
I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Heath, and I don't think nothing's gonna live up to that.
I think so too. But you got to also. He's a great actor. Joaquin Phoenix. He's a great
Absolutely.
actor. I think
Absolutely.
if anybody can pull it off, it's him. I'd rather him than the dude that would play Joker in Suicide Squad, Jared Leto.
Yeah, I did not like that.
I'm good. That was weird for
That
me.
was corny.
Although I do
super
think
corny.
they need to make a spinoff Harley Quinn with Homegirl.
I mean, anything with Margot Robbie,
Yeah,
I'm
she
down
is.
for. I'll watch
Yeah.
that. I don't care what it is.
I ain't
but
gonna hold you.
Whatever, yeah. But I don't know. I think that movie was whack. This Joker looks whack. I'm just saying from the previews, it looks
The
whack.
hater of the year.
I'm a shoo-in. Nah, definitely Silky Johnson. Fuck it. Nah, it looks corny. Anybody who likes it, tell me why you liked it, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
still
man.
thinking of Heath, man.
But Avengers was a great movie. Yeah, all right, cool. Avengers was a great movie. I will say
great.
it was a great movie. It wasn't better than Infinity War. Reason why I say it was a great movie because Thanos is the type of character. He's a character that you can make similarities to. I think he represents. I don't know. You can also say he represents the state of the world we live in now, as far as who our leader is, as far as his thoughts and how he carries things out. Like as far as like killing off a whole fucking planet to restart it to anew for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So it was like so many parallels.
I
And I watched it in the sky. So.
I agree with him, bro. Like the more times I watch Infinity War, the more I agree with Thanos. Like, and it's fucked up to say. I don't think it specifically applies to Earth because I think we got enough space and enough resources and shit. But those other planets needed that shit, bro. Like, sometimes it gets to the point where, like, you know, you're a cancer on the planet. Like, life is just taking too much. Like, it has to be a balance. You have to be producing enough for everybody to survive. When you're taking more than is being produced, eventually it's going to come to a level where everybody's going. So it's like sacrifice half or whole. You choose.
So you were good on that.
Bruh, I fuck with Thanos, man. I was rooting for Thanos. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted him to kill all the rest of them. That would have been the best movie ever. If the rest of them would have died, yes. If he would have killed the rest of them, everybody else that was alive. That's what I wanted to happen. I knew it wasn't, but
When I watched it, I'm like, hold up. He has the glove on again?
son, I wanted him to bang everybody half again, nigga, 3/4.
I put up, I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I put up the post, I'm inevitable. Because I watched it and I paused it. I'm like, this motherfucker got it again.
Bro, I wanted him to snap that shit so
And then when he
bad,
snapped, I'm like,
son.
okay.
I wanted him to kill all the rest of the motherfuckers. I only really fuck with Iron Man and Guardian.
I knew Iron Man was going to be out of there, but
Yeah, I did.
but
Robert Downey Jr. is the fucking man, son.
he was dope. He
He's
was
the
dope.
fucking man. I fuck with him.
He
I
was
like
dope.
to smoke a hell with him.
Yeah.
Like, word up, son. He see bad cool.
Yeah, he was cool in that movie, man. But I'm curious to see what they'll do with it afterwards because, you know, there's a lot of spinoffs. I know they're gonna do another Black Panther.
It wasn't no fucking scene at the end of the movie. My dumbass in the theater waiting on 15, 20 minutes for all the credits to go. I'm thinking something else gonna come. That shit said Marvel. It went off. Like, the
There was no credits. They said there was no credits.
The girls was in the theater cleaning up trying to tell us, like, yo, it's nothing. I'm like,
Yo.
bitch don't know what she talking about. She like, yo, it's nothing, yo. She like, nah, it's nothing. I'm like, bitch don't know what she talking about. That ass new.
All right.
What's up?
What's going on?
All right. Right here. You know.
Yeah, but it was alright, man.
It was cool.
It was cool. I want to watch it again, but
Yeah.
shout out my son Thanos.
Shout out to
man.
Fire Stick, man.
Fucking shit
Fire
up.
Stick letting me be great. You know what I'm saying?
You got to put me on though, cause you be having all the
You got Fire Stick?
exclusive- Yeah,
I got.
don't really say
I use
my Roku more.
I use Corey.
Okay.
I said Corey. Cody.
Cody to get. You watch Avengers on Cody?
Cody, yeah, and I got use Exodus.
Oh shit, you gotta show me that.
I got you.
No, I'm not up.
You got to get your cup, brother.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got a guest in the building.
Mm-hmm.
State your claim.
T.
T
Yes,
represent
hood take.
that hood take.
All right.
Shout out to Hood Take.
That's what's
You
up.
already-
Hood take.
Got that collab.
Drop,
You know?
drop a couple bombs on that.
Yeah. We
Got
gonna
one
turn
more.
it up.
Got one more. You know what I'm saying?
Flex. This is the biggest.
Cypher don't get gas.
And
He'll say some random shit.
This is the best. When he did get some heat though, and you was waiting for it, son,
Nah.
you had me tight like, son, hurry up now.
He'll just say random shit like, I just got off the train
He would be setting it
with
up.
my
though.
Lay's honey butter chips.
Hove just called me. I'm super digital out
With the Tim's on. These ain't even come out
with
yet.
the lugs.
Half the Lugs logo. What up, though?
Nah, chilling, brother.
It's good to have you on. We was just talking about
Endgame.
yeah, Endgame, but we had like 4 different sidebars. If you haven't tried these yet, these will change your life. It will confuse the fuck out of you.
Smack it.
But yeah, we was actually talking about Endgame, but have you seen it?
Nah, I'm not into.
You're not into it?
Nah, I'm not into Marvel.
Oh, you not Marvel, you're a DC dude?
Not really.
into
I'm
that
not
shit.
really into.
Comics.
I'm not really into comics.
Sounds far away.
I mean, I ain't crazy with it, but I don't know. I just fuck with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The movies is good, whatever, so I'm watching. I got into it. I fuck with it. It was alright though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into that type of stuff.
But we was also talking about as far as battle rap. Raine was discussing last night's battles. You watched them?
Nah, I ain't watched last night's battle.
Oh yeah.
But you saw Cassidy versus Goods.
Yeah, I saw that.
What's your thoughts? We had a bet. Oh,
Because
we
there's
had
a lot
bet.
of I mean, conflicting, you know,
I forgot about
two
that.
All right,
different.
I'm gonna tell you. Initially,
Well,
when
me and him had a bet.
I feel like I sound far away. Y'all can keep.
No, you good.
initially when I first saw it, I watched it on Facebook. It was on the stream, and and the video was lagging a little bit. So when you watch, when I watched, I was like, all right, Cassidy caught the L. The first round was just fire. Like
Cassidy
he
first
came
round
out,
was fire.
Cassidy first round was fire. He came out the gate and he was just like spitting like that whole melanin,
I said, yeah.
She
that
said
whole
she was
melanin,
Except
whatever.
for the elephant part. B.
The elephant, I mean, that made
It
kind of
made
sense,
but it still was like wah, wah, wah.
yeah. And then the same thing with the MAGA hat and
The MAGA hat shit was
the
fire.
MAGA hat with Kanye. I think he needs paper towels. Hide up in.
Oh yeah, it gets
Huh?
hot in here, man.
Yeah, it gets out of hand.
It gets hot in here. Okay, cool.
T-shirt, bro.
Yeah, but the first round was just fire. See, I'm gonna tell you the difference. In that, and when it comes to like the battle rap.
Yeah.
And what a fan should, how different perspective. If you're in the comedy, then I'd say you go with Goods. Like if you into comedy shows, you go to Goods. But if you're into like spoken word and you like break down like the lyrics and the bars, you're gonna say Cassidy.
Okay.
I can dig that.
But Goods, I disagree. You mean in general?
Huh?
In general,
I'm just
or in
talking
the
about
battle?
for that battle
He,
alone.
Goods was not that comedic.
Well, he did.
He
when
had
when
bars.
He didn't have bars, but I'm just saying he was comedic when he'd talk about, when he said something about R. Kelly. When he said something line about R. Kelly, and then he said something
About the
about
hotel shit, yeah, but
the
I've heard
hotel.
people say shit that.
Yeah, I
about
mean, that was
before, though,
expected.
so, like,
You get what I'm saying? That was expected, but you gotta really like break down the bars, and then people will say Cassidy. It just depends on whatever you as the fan,
Did you just watch it that first time, or you
I
watched
just
it
watched
back
that
again?
I watched it that first time, and then I saw videos and how they broke down the the bars.
Okay.
And it's just like in basketball. Like you gotta like Cassidy he was gonna lose. You get what
So
I'm
you
saying?
think before it even started?
Before he even
lost?
started, that's just like they're just like in basketball. That's like Allen Iverson going to the Rucker. Allen Iverson going to the Rucker, or NBA player going to the Rucker, and he's playing against in the street ball competition. You know he's gonna lose.
I don't know though,
No,
bro.
you don't
When
know he
KD
gonna
went to
lose.
when Kobe went to the Rockets,
Yeah,
he got
but-
60. Like,
Yeah, I
they
understand
still
that.
Fuck with him, like
Kobe
I
ain't
understand that, but I'm
60.
talking
yes,
about.
he did.
Nah, Kobe didn't have 60.
He had 17.
Oh no, so that was KD who
Yeah,
had 60.
KD had 60.
KD dropped 60 then.
KD dropped 60, but I'm just
How
saying
much
the whole
KD
point,
had?
60.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
62,
Yeah.
one of them.
62, yeah.
60 or 62.
Like niggas can't fuck with
In Kobe's defense, he got there late. That's why he probably only had
Kobe.
70.
Scorched them though when he was there.
Okay, we digress.
But I'm just talking about like
I thought it was Kobe that got 60. Forgive me for associating Kobe Bryant with getting 60. I'm not, this is, I think he gets 60 everywhere, but I digress.
But it's like an NBA player going to the Rucker Dykeman,
Yeah.
and you're expecting them. They're gonna get embarrassed. You put them on the best street ball player out there, and the next thing you know, he's gonna be crossing them up, and then they're gonna be shaking their ankles. You're gonna expect that, and that's the same thing that happened to Cassidy. You're not gonna expect an NBA player to just like really just like get the attention of the crowd. It's just not gonna happen when it comes
Why
to battle
not?
rap, huh?
Why not?
I can dig that analogy because they come with a different set of techniques that street ball players don't have. Like it's a different level. So it's kind of I get
How
that
does
analogy.
KD get 60 though? He
know
comes
what I'm
But he
saying?
did that
and
off of
gets
just
60.
jump shots. But in that same game, did he cross somebody up? Did he break somebody's ankles like that?
I mean,
I feel you.
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
like a
They
different
looking
level.
for other
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
They're
Like
looking
the
for
whole
other
point,
things than what
when
he
you go to
brings.
these street tournaments, one thing you want to see a guy get crossed up. That's the main thing. You don't even care if the person wins the game. You just want to be entertained. And that's the same thing that happened in that battle. Same thing that happened in that battle.
I can dig
I don't
that.
think that's the same thing that happened in the battle.
Explain, man.
Because Cass was talking about the science. So if you know the science,
Oh, shit.
no, we gotta bring that up because you're saying that basically
shit.
you're giving him credit. This is what I don't like. Like you're saying that he came with a certain skill set that his opponent doesn't have, and vice versa, right? The street ball player is the one that's
They both
crossing up. So if he's crossing up, like you're saying that he's not expected to take the crowd. How is he not expected? He has a skill set that's supposed to be beyond his opponent.
Yeah, but it's still a different element. It's still different, man. It's a
No.
different. But I'm saying, but in terms of like the crowd, we gotta think about it. Like
So what you
now,
saying is
not vice versa. Now you take a street ball player and take him to an NBA game, it won't get the same reaction.
smoke.
He'll get smoked automatic.
Right.
And
Right.
this is the same thing with Cassidy. Even though Cassidy is a battle rapper,
So you saying Cass is a way better rapper, like technical rapper, but
Yeah.
Goods in the battle rapper.
in the
arena
battle, he
is
has
like, it's
the
the trick.
Cassidy
it's the
was at a
and one shit.
disadvantage.
He got the.
Cassidy was at a
I
disadvantage
But-
from the gate, and you got to think about it. When you in this day and age, when you have battle with the way battle rap is, and it's like 3-minute rounds, he's at a disadvantage. Now, if it was in the street like back in the days in '99, 2000, when you got your crew, he has his crew, and you're surrounded by 100 niggas, I would give it to Cassidy then.
No.
I would give because
I'm
he would
saying-
just have
this is the
ball. Like
thing.
he'll have, and the thing about it is back then is all about how long can you go for.
So I call that ring rust. He's not used to that's different. He's not used to the environment. He's not used to battling and being stopped. He showed in the first round. In the first round, he stopped, right? And to me, I took that to mean he wasn't used to the crowd response. He's not used to that. Because in the street, the crowd could respond, but you just keep going. So he had to stop. Then it was a moment where he was trying to, to me, he
Memorize his bars.
His bars. You know why? Because of the crowd. The crowd is a different thing. Same thing on beat. A lot of people who come to Rebel Warzone on beat, it's a different thing. Like, it's a good thing if you say a haymaker on beat that makes the crowd stop you. Because all that means is that it was a good bar. So you can just hop back on the beat, right? But in that, he's not used to a crowd reaction being so crazy that he has to stop and go. So he's analyzing, because the only reason why he kept bringing him back is he's seen other battlers do the same thing. Because remember, in the first round, he brought it back like mad times.
Right.
And he seems off a little bit. we're still giving him the round, but I call that, you're right, it's a disadvantage because I call that ring rust. Every battle rapper does it. Like, if you haven't battled, you're going to have rust. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go out there, you're not used to certain things, you're not spitting the same way. But to me, as someone that talked about, I'm not even being funny. If you saying that you know the science of something, then that's something that means that you watch battles and you know what to expect. He kind of like, that's irrelevant to me. In the second and third round, he just didn't have shit. I don't know what bars people are talking about. And then on top of that, this one thing that he needs to know and he needs to hear clearly, GOODZ was getting some boos as well. The difference in level of MC. This goes for rap. No, he was. The difference is though. Wait. The difference is though. If you're a really good MC, this goes for anybody. Same thing with Verb. Verb used to be bitching and crying about the crowd. If you're really a good rapper, a good MC, you know how it's your job to win the crowd. No matter what you do. Whether you're singing, if you're an entertainer, if you're on the stage, that's your job. You don't go on stage. Your job is to win the crowd, no matter how. Same thing with comedians. If they're getting booed, you got to fight through it. You can't give up. And Cass did the same thing Joe Budden did. He said, fuck it. He gave it up. He gave up.
I think he was better than Joe Budden, though.
I don't know if he was better because I think Joe Budden's material was better than Cassidy's.
Joe Budden's material, in my opinion, it was better.
What do we call him better?
But I can't say that because I didn't.
But I think the getting mad about booing is the same shit. It's the same shit. Like, yo, you can't want to get on stage and battle and then want the crowd to support your shit and then quit when they booing you. If you're not moving them,
he should have saw his material through.
Yeah.
That's another thing that he's not. No one's checking him on that. You keep because what I don't like. I'm going hard from a standpoint of hearing him talk after the battle. So I just heard his last thing where he was bombing on all his haters and trashing GOODZ. How you trashing GOODZ though? How you gonna say GOODZ didn't control the crowd? That's the one thing that GOODZ does very well is control the crowd. And the same thing that GOODZ did when GOODZ beat Hitman.
He beat Tay-Rock.
He beat Tay-Rock.
I was shocked at that.
But I wasn't. I don't count out vets. I don't know how people just count people out like that. Like people. Like
I don't be thinking nobody gonna beat Tay-Rock.
No,
though.
I mean, well, GOODZ to me is. I don't know. GOODZ is better than Tay-Rock as an artist.
GOODZ took some time off.
As an artist, but as a battle
He
rapper,
took some
I
time
don't
off
know.
before that battle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but he doesn't. He preserves his stock. So GOODZ is not someone that repeatedly battles anyway. He never did. He battles. He controls his career. He's not like he. One thing you gotta give him credit for, he battles dudes at their peak. So he battled Tay-Rock at his peak. He didn't battle because now if you keep it real, Tay-Rock went downhill since that battle.
I don't agree with that.
He did.
I think
the K-Shine battle was ass on both their parts. The shit was boring as hell. And the
Who you got for that?
They probably I didn't see it.
No,
I gave it to Tay-Rock, but a lot of people gave it to K-Shine.
Yeah,
K-Shine was boring as fuck too, and K-Shine don't even sound like himself.
For real?
They keep comparing, saying he sound like Twerk.
Yeah.
But it's not good because it's not him.
That's what I'm saying. That's not good.
I don't think it's good. I was not feeling him. I wasn't feeling the battle. I'm glad because I only caught that battle. I had nothing on them, but I was only moved by the battle that was sold, which was Cassidy. Cassidy sold the battle. It made you feel like you had to watch it.
Yeah, Cassidy did his due diligence on
Everybody
that.
else, I didn't really care about those battles.
Do you think that would have been a better small room kind of a scenario rather than the big stage? Or was it just because do you think it was a big stage because Cassidy was on the card?
No, Cassidy needs to learn how to adapt to a big stage.
No, I'm just thinking like,
no, but
what do you
that's
think?
his problem though. If we're peeping it, right? Because when he battled Diz twice. You know, you calling yourself Thanos and all this other shit, and you calling yourself the big guy, and you getting big 6-figure bags to battle. Then you need to be able to know how to fucking battle on a big stage. You need to be able to know how to move 3,000 people.
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying that if it was a small room, he would have did more damage.
I mean, no, in a small room, they would have let the filler pass. This is knowing the science, right? So in a small room, I can rap about myself and it sound better, right? Because it's like I'm just spitting bars.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear. That's like being like a big crowd. If you're not like. This is why I always say a lot of rappers can't do acapellas.
Like,
we ain't come there for that. We
too many
came
people
here to be moved. You calling yourself this is like the rock. URL essentially is the rock star platform for battle rap. So you're gonna be a rock star or nah? Like we don't want to hear that. Like in a small room, you let the filler pass. I can listen to you just spit like, oh yo, he's spitting in a small room, but in the 3,000 people or how that maybe
give a
no
fuck about
one
that.
wants to care about you going to Tokyo. And they not even saying nothing clear, like nothing. And you can say that, but make it make sense to your opponent.
And
that's the
why
science.
That's why I said he was at a disadvantage because the whole crowd is a battle rap crowd. It's not the same type of crowd that.
No,
Cassidy's
I disagree.
used.
The people who
The
walked
majority.
out,
The
nah,
majority.
that crowd was ass. That's another thing. The crowd was whack as fuck.
Not if you were there. I heard a lot of people that were there. Even K. Sean said it. He's just like, I mean, even though he was, he is a battle rapper, but
They didn't react to him.
I know, but he was saying how everybody was, down in the crowd and how, the ATL crowd was wagging. He said, yo, that's not what it is. I've been to a battle rap contest in ATL. Like, those dudes are into battle rap.
No,
Like,
I'm not
John
saying that, but
I'm just saying the crowd.
the crowd plays a part though, especially when you're watching it. So live it don't matter. Because live, it's like you're there. Like if you're watching a pay-per-view live and you're watching on a big screen,
Right.
it's like you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the feel. If you're watching it, after that, that's different. That's where the crowd matters because it's like, same thing last night. Mav had these fire bars, but no one's reacting to it. This is in the A2. They wasn't reacting to it like that. And to me, that whole battle, well, they didn't move me, the K-Shine versus Tay-Rock, but even with Cass versus GOODZ, Cass is talking about GOODZ paid people to boo him. Like, really? You really think he would pay niggas to boo you? Like, you got to stop this bullshit, yo. And then he said that the battle rap, because he'd never seen it before, though. It was a bunch of battle rappers in the front.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it.
Sidebar, that's the best seat in the house. People always ask, to me, the stage is overrated. It's not. Everybody wants to be on the stage to be seen. You can't enjoy the battle, though. The best seat in the house is dead right there in the front. Smack don't even got the best seat. Sometimes you used to look at Smack, he look like he's not moved. He is like...
He just want to get it over with.
Get it over with.
I wanna go
Only
home.
certain
back.
ones probably actually move him to a point. But the best seat is right where the battle rappers were. And Cassidy was like, oh, they all was right there and they were going against me and GOODZ was talking to them and that's why I had to nothing GOODZ said was better than me. And nothing GOODZ said a whole lot shit better than Cassidy. That's a fact. You can't name nothing from the second and third round. His Cassidy, and you only seen it once. Cassidy's best bars is in the first round.
That's
of
what I've heard across the
that was-
board.
yeah, that's
Even
what I've heard
people
as
like.
well.
So I don't know.
He
I
was
ain't
spitting
seen it,
mixtape bars in the second and third.
I mean, but to your point about as far as having it, being comparable to NBA players, there's some people, there's some NBA play. I mean, there's some rappers who are in the industry. They happen to have that seamless transition. Like when I say that, I think of the dude King Los that I seen battle.
He's the best yet.
He's
But now see, that's someone
The
who's
best what?
better
The
than that
best.
nigga.
he's the best mainstream guy to come to battle rap.
and it was just a seamless. I mean,
Because I don't
you
think
disagree?
nobody raps better than that nigga. Yo, dead ass.
But see now, he's
Niggas
not
don't
bragging
rap
about
better
the
than him,
science, but
son.
clearly he knew the science, right? Because his material, he's a lyrical dude, but his material catered to what battle rappers do.
Right.
Cassidy was supposed to come and punch niggas lights out. You don't even have to do scheming and all that. Do what you do. But come up to par.
But then
He's
people-
supposed to be punching.
But I think people then would have said, "Oh, all he did was punch all night. That's all he gave us."
Yeah, he had a
No,
punchline.
no, it
niggas
wasn't.
don't
It
rap.
wasn't.
Not no battle rap. That's
Nah.
all
Yeah, but
niggas
the
did
thing
was
is-
score points, nigga. That's what we here
No,
for.
but for real, that's what it is now. Everybody,
No, but
it's not. You
Cassidy
can't
has
just.
natural. He has stage presence. He's not. If I'm saying everything else, he
but-
has naturally.
Then I guess it's to your point of having
He
but
stage,
performed well. He
stage
didn't perform.
rest.
First of all, in his
That's when
in
he's
his,
spitting songs. That's when he's,
Yeah.
that's when he's
No.
performing songs and turning his.
But in his defense, he was flawless for what he did put out. He didn't skip a beat. He didn't choke. He didn't. He got all of his bars out except for when he gave up the second round.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he did things naturally well, but he didn't come with the right material.
Yeah.
You didn't cater to the crowd.
I don't know. That's just that correlation that you made with the NBA players. I think of a Rafe Alston.
Yeah.
I think of other players who had their shot You know what I'm saying? Corey Homicide Williams, he played.
Mm-hmm.
He had his shot. But, you know, it's just one of those things. Like, is there some people who can have that seamless transition, other people who can't, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like Allen Iverson. He, you know, even though I don't think there's any video of him playing that record, but I think he did. He had like a He
had like 40 points.
Yeah, it would be
Same
like a
thing.
seamless transition because he's bred from that. He can.
Reed Dollars, same way.
Yeah.
He didn't do that well his first return.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah, and I like Reed
He did
Dollars.
2 more.
Yeah,
I
he
think-
just needed more FaceTime.
I think the best. I think
Cass
Goods,
does too.
Yeah,
I think the best opponent for Cassidy, he probably needed to go against somebody that was like on his level, maybe like a Jay Mills, somebody that was in the industry and then he comes back, and somebody on that level.
Well, sidebar, Charlie called him out last night when he battled Math.
he called out.
Cassidy, he's like, fuck out of here. Like, you're not like, you talking all this shit like you whatever. And he's like, you know, fuck out of here. Put the, you know, whatever. If they put the bread up, he called him out. I love that. That's another element I'm talking about that you need. You
Yeah.
need to be up to date, current, addressing the issues through your rhymes. So he did that. You know what I'm saying? Cass is booked already.
Yeah.
I think it's versus Hollow. I don't know why, but I think
He's booked already.
he's
Yeah.
booked.
He
I
was
think-
What, for
mentioning that.
Gnome or
Not known. The end of the year. I think this is my, you know, spidey senses. I feel like it's towards the end of the year. He's booked. He already said it. He said he's battling. Wait till they see who I have next.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I did
hollow.
see that.
I think it might be. It'd be dope if they finally settle it because I know they had like a back and forth earlier back in the day. Him and Mook. That'll be dope.
That would be fine. Now that face off.
but I
Yeah,
think it would have to
that-
be unlimited rounds.
yeah,
What? You know what?
yeah, it would have to be. It
would have
to
to
be
be.
like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We do not
5
want
minutes or
15
6
minute
minutes.
rounds from both of them, yo. No,
Yeah, it has
thank
to be
you.
like how it was back in the
Yeah,
days.
it have to be.
Where your crew was on one side, the other crew's on one side, and you just go.
I don't want a big. I want a small room for that though. I don't want
Maybe
no.
a small room. But it has to be entertaining.
It's
Yeah.
not, it's not. I mean, the whole shit is like they trying to grow the culture and expand the
Yeah.
shit. They trying to make more money. It ain't gonna be
Mook
no
versus
small room
Cassidy.
shit. Yeah, they gonna try to put that shit in the garden, nigga. They trying to get 30,000 people in that
Nah.
bitch. If you, that's what the objective is. You bringing Cassidy back to grow the
I
shit.
feel you.
ain't doing it to have 10 people in the room. Like, you know, it might be better for the cup, but fuck that. We passed that. Niggas been battling in the street for 40 years. It's time to monetize this shit, man.
I hear you.
Put that shit in the garden if you can. If you get 20,000 motherfuckers to come, hell yeah,
But
do
you know
that
what?
shit.
The
That-
tickets got to be
like-
cheap though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, but fuck
It gotta
if
be
you
like
could,
$20.
yo, but listen,
20, $30.
20,000
Yeah.
times 20, shit. You know what I'm saying? Then all the vendors that'll make money off of it, the advertisement, all that shit, yeah. Fuck, I mean, small room for the culture,
Tickets
but
sell out.
nah. At a
Tickets sell out
point,
the
nah.
garden.
Yeah.
Tickets got to be
But
cheap
the
though.
card has to be crazy. In a boxing that's different. You can get like a
I'm just
I
saying
would see the
shit,
arena.
Cass versus Hollow, if that's what it is.
But the card
Get Lux in there, get K-Shine, get a Mook, get a Surf, get everybody, man. Put this shit together, get everybody on
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
And y'all bring this shit to the garden, man. Just throw that pride out there. Oh, I want to go first. I want to, man. Get Rock, get all them niggas.
Yeah.
All y'all niggas get up, get that card, and get that fucking bag, man.
For some reason, when
Like-
something like that, when something like big supposed to happen, like for the culture, or something like for the community, I don't think of the Garden. I think of the Barclays Center.
Barclays. Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
I don't think of
But
the
what I'm saying,
Garden.
that's a huge arena. I was
Yeah.
just thinking, but that's
I feel
a
you.
huge arena. You could get 20,000 people in that bitch. Get the niggas up on the big screen, the 2 big screens, all the fucking merch, all the t-shirt, all the shit. Like niggas would be able to take their platform to the next level. It would take battle rap to the next level, and like let's like niggas deserve it, man. Niggas are that talented. Niggas that put that much work in. It's time, man. Like do
I
that
think
shit.
all the, and all the leagues will probably have to come together though. They
Yeah.
have to come together for that
Yo,
one night.
But come
Since-
together to get the money, man. Why
I feel
not?
you. But since you here, bro, I know a couple episodes ago I talked about they should do like a tournament for battle rappers.
That shit would be
like
lit.
something like that, like
NCAA type shit.
yeah, like with all the leagues combined, like they form some like dudes like some tournament of champions, some shit like that. That shit'll be ill.
They had that back in the day though.
They did, but it was
Something
like
like
on
that.
a smaller scale because
Yeah.
the leagues
didn't
are
win.
the leagues weren't the leagues back the way they are now. They did though back in the day when they would have like Shells. They'll battle in Puerto Rico. He battled against
Oh,
Jen,
Blaze
shit like
battle.
that. Blaze battle.
Okay, yeah.
But I think with the venues that they have now, as far as the battle leagues, I think
I think now
it'd be
it's more
dope.
personalities. Back
Yeah.
then, it was only a couple people to do it. Now you could put 32 niggas that, and everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody,
Yeah.
all of them, and really make a bracket to, like, see
Yeah.
who, that shit will be popping. And then, like, a super bag, let's say everybody put up, you feel like you gonna win. Yo, everybody put up, 5 bands. You gonna win. Put 5
Speaking
bands
of
to buy
battle
in, like,
leagues, what's up with your next battle league? What you gonna do with it? Boss chick? Drinking at Essentia?
I'm working on something.
Uh-oh.
To me, with women though, it's really about breeding new talent. So
Doing Atlanta BX weekend.
when is that? I always wanted to go to that. When is that?
It's like the 3rd weekend in July.
Okay.
But you have to start planning like
Right
right
now.
now.
Yeah.
It's probably too late, but
Yeah, it's about new talent with the
Okay.
girls. So I'm doing one-offs. I got some battles dropping that I've been like holding in the
Yeah.
vault, and so I'm gonna be releasing those. But I'm just really looking for new talent. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I feel like that's the void that has to be filled within the women's platform. Because to me, that's where it's at. That's why sidebar. I was rocking with Chef Trez, but Chef Trez also gave Cassidy the battle.
I fucks with Chef Tress.
And I'm like, really? I thought he was on
But again, it's also about kind of like what my
I
man
want you
here
to
said.
see it. And
I want to see
There's
it.
no way he won
spoken
that
word
battle. yo.
comedy, man.
Yeah, it's all about matter of preference with battle rap.
Yeah, man. You know,
because I don't find Goods to be a dope battle rapper to me, but other people will swear by him,
yeah.
and that's cool. I can't knock it, but I mean, I would have to.
He has his own style.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like
So,
kind of laid back.
It's laid
Yeah.
back. It's,
because
he did what he was supposed to do. But you
Yeah.
can't say, what I don't like, people are saying that he was trash. He had a lot of fire bars. The Keys shit was fire. I would have left Keys. I would have left my bitch for some Keys too. Nah.
That's pretty basic, right?
Nah, the lead up was not basic.
Lord have
at all.
mercy.
What's basic about that?
yeah,
He has drug dealer swag. That's his whole MO, and that played.
Did he sip on the Henny?
He gave the crowd an option. I like that too. He
He
said,
said-
"You want the Tay-Rock goods
Without the Henny?
or
Yeah.
without the
Without the
Henny,
cup?
or you want this goods?" And when they chose, he put the Henny down.
Well, that was cute, but he was gonna do what he was gonna do, but I like that. That was cute.
Hey,
Nah,
listen,
if they would have
He was selling it.
whatever,
it's a show.
It's a
yeah,
show. That's
sell
why I
it.
love- that was cute.
Sell
That
it,
was
sell
dope.
it. You on stage, man.
Of
I
course.
don't like
No
how
bullshit.
he's being downplayed. That's what I don't like.
I gotta watch it. I don't want to give any more of my opinion. I haven't watched it yet. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him. for
The
doing
The
that
chauffeur,
fucking show, bro.
the chauffeur line, that was a double entendre. That was fire.
Yeah. That show.
A lot of people be
Nothing
too
to show
dumb
for
to
it.
catch it.
Chauffeur, like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit was
yeah.
fire. I'm like, Cassie did not have nothing like that.
And
That's
you
what-
would think he would. You feel
the
me?
closest thing he had was the melanin. That's the closest thing he
Put your
had,
melanin,
and that was the
melanin.
first 8 bars of his first round.
Honestly, even watching
come up
back,
with
like
that.
in anticipation to this, I rewatched him against Disaster, and like,
Me too.
I don't even like Disaster, but like Disaster Balls is way better.
Disaster won the second round,
Disaster
so
Balls is
Cassie,
way better.
fuck out of
Keep
here.
this
You
shit
you
real.
lost the second, right?
Keep it
Disaster,
real.
and he
I
got
don't
at
like
him.
I don't like Disaster.
I like Disaster.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
I can't get
lyrical.
jiggy with Disaster.
I can't get jiggy with him, but
He said, "I
and
can't
I
get
fuck
jiggy
with
with him."
I can't get jiggy with that kid.
and I fuck with Cass, but like watching it back again, keeping it totally 1,000.
Yeah.
Disaster one, yo.
But to segue, like I will do my part in trying to get hold of that and watch it. Well, I might just buy it. It's still available, right?
Yeah,
But
Video on demand, VOD.
it's still available.
I'll still check it out. But we can segue to the shits
To what?
to basketball.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, hating.
I'm not hating. First off, welcome again. Hood
Yeah.
take. I watched some of y'all like clips and y'all was talking about I think like point guards.
okay.
So James Harden, by all standards, he's considered a point guard.
Is he now?
He is
Okay.
by
I mean,
traditional
LeBron,
standards.
LeBron James is.
Yeah.
No, he ain't. Bron ain't no fucking point guard.
The average. I mean, if you're going off of assists,
Nah.
in terms of getting his team involved and orchestrating the offense, yeah, in terms of that, but he's not listed as a point guard.
Point forward, I could say, but
Because it's interesting. Because I want to use the same.
Scottie Pippen,
Exactly.
was a point forward.
yeah, but he brought up the
Point
ball.
guard, though.
Steve Kerr wasn't bringing up the ball. John Paxson was. They would get stripped.
So, Raine, let me ask you because I don't want to lose you within this when we talk about ball. So I want to try to bring it back to
Okay.
when you think of battle rap, right? what are some of the things what's entertaining for you in battle rap? What are some things that you look for that in battle rap? Oh snap, I like this. This is a dope. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as
the regular punchlines, schemes, entertainment factor.
okay.
I'm not mad. I mean, props. I don't look for props, but if you're creativity, that's what I look for.
Creativity.
Originality.
Yeah. I'm glad you ended with those two. Originality and creativity.
Aggression. Aggression too.
Damn. Okay. He had to throw. So as far as that, when I translate that to basketball, right? James Harden, he gives me
Super originality. No one's ever played that style of basketball
and that's
before.
it. And my whole thing is
Skill.
And this is what I always go back and forth with him because he's an exceptional talent. And I say exceptional because he's left-handed. That's a challenge all in itself in the NBA. And two, he's
An advantage.
I mean, I fucking hate
He
lefties.
mastered at what he,
Yeah.
at the moves that he.
Yeah, because I think of other left-handers, they weren't as crafty. They weren't as
Fuck, ain't no right-handed nigga as good as fucking going harder right now. Fuck that. Whatever hand you got a third hand, bro. You ain't the bro.
I don't want
to
to stray away from my point. My point is this: his game is boring to me, and it's downplaying the game in team sports. I feel like
Boring like Tim Duncan boring?
That's what I'm saying. They're there to
Yes.
win. The most boring team is
Yes.
the Spurs, and them niggas was winning.
I
So they
enjoy
don't give a
watching
fuck.
the
He think
Spurs.
he don't go in the locker room like,
but
damn,
they
man,
was-
McCray ain't like how we played tonight. Niggas like, yo, we won.
I obviously don't give a fuck
Okay.
about that. But
Like,
my whole
They
thing
were more about teamwork, though.
exactly.
Spurs.
That's what I'm saying. With him, I watched on several occasions since he's been prominent in Houston. I'm not gonna say like when he first got to Houston. I would say like 2 years after. I've seen him dribble the ball for 15 seconds.
okay.
Like that shit is
See
redundant.
LeBron do that shit
No,
too?
I have
Yes,
not.
the
I
fuck
have
you
not.
do.
Not as often as I've seen James Harden. Like, and to me, it's just stagnant, and no one gets in a rhythm. No one gets in a rhythm.
They win,
It
bro.
throws people off. Like that's why with what's his name? What the fuck? He was killing yesterday. Eric Gordon. When he gets the ball, is either he's going to shoot the motherfucker or he's creating or he's doing something else. James Harden, he gets the ball, everybody's just
Standing in your
like
spot.
that shit is crazy. Like I can't. That shit is. They won the game, but like I said before,
Win a lot of games.
no, they ain't win no chips. There's a reason for that.
A lot of niggas don't win chips.
Nah.
Another sidebar.
Damn. I really was going for the honey butter, but sidebar might be the name of the show.
I'm a big Melo fan. Die-hard Melo fan.
I love Melo too.
And a lot of people, I go at it with people all the time over Melo, and a lot of people, he dribbles the ball too much. He's the same thing you said about Harden. Stagnates the offense. He doesn't get anybody involved, and he gets ridiculed for that. But then I like James Harden too, but they don't hold him. Same thing like what you said. They don't criticize James Harden just as much. They don't call him. He don't get criticized.
That's a good point.
The way Carmelo gets criticized. You
better,
get what I'm saying?
though.
He doesn't.
He's
and I
better,
think that's
though.
not fair. And I'm a James Harden fan. But the treatment that Melo gets,
Carmelo wasn't even going to the playoffs in the East, though. Like, you deserve that criticism, bro. The East is fucking super junior varsity. Like, Detroit made the playoffs. Orlando made the playoffs. You were not even making the offs. James Harden was the one seed in the West, was 3-2 up against Golden State. Like, you could say whatever the fuck you want about the product. It's boring to watch. But don't try to act like niggas wasn't up 3-2 on Golden State. Melo wasn't even making the playoffs. Like, you deserve that, bro. Like, in the East. James Harden was first in the West. Mel's not even making the playoffs in the East.
but who
They
did
might
he
play
have
the
on his
same
team?
style of basketball,
Who did
but
he
this
have on his
guy is
team?
way better.
Yeah.
yeah, he is.
It's
But
the-
still,
bro,
but
Harden
that's-
in the East with us four is going to the playoffs.
I don't know
Yes.
about that. I don't know about that.
Yo, Detroit just made the playoffs, man.
And he also,
Yeah,
I
but
forgot
you
they were in the playoffs too.
Orlando just made the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, but you're talking about this year.
Yeah.
You're talking about this year when
don't
it's
try to
watered
act
down.
like. Don't try to act like
You're talking about
in
now that
2013
LeBron-
there wasn't teams making the playoffs in the East that was 5 games below 500. Like 35 wins wasn't getting you in, bro. And the Knicks still weren't making it.
So we're saying that James.
Bro.
So you're saying that James Harden is, if he was in the East, he would have
Absolutely.
What do you
40.
say?
40 a night. 40 and 10. Light. Yes. Yes, bro. Don't try to act like the proof ain't in the pudding with the West. Braun just ran through the West and went through the finals easily in the East. Came to the West and what? Didn't even make the playoffs, bro. Shit is real out there, man. The East is junior varsity, bro.
What I'm saying
It been junior
How many
varsity
years
for
ago?
20
Are you
years.
talking about when
It been
Melo
junior
was Melo?
varsity.
You talking about? I'm
It
not
been-
talking about this year.
It been junior varsity
I'm
for
talking
20
about-
years.
I understand what you're
Carmelo's
saying.
entire
I'm
career
talking
in the
about,
East.
No.
Yes.
Oh, for his
The
entire
whole
career.
time he was there, the East has been bad. The East been bad for 20 years. Before Carmelo got in the league, the East was
they
bad.
weren't bad.
Yes.
They
The
weren't.
With
East-
LeBron?
The East has been shit since the year after Jordan left and the Knicks made it from the AC. Since 99, the East has been a joke. All of them teams. The Nets going, joke. The Sixers going, joke. Patriots
Detroit?
going, joke.
Detroit was
the
good.
couple teams that won were good.
Cleveland,
but the
Miami,
conference
nah.
overall, I'm talking about the conference overall, was still bad. And don't try to act like them years they wasn't winning. Atlanta wasn't the number one seed a few of them years. Toronto wasn't the number one seed.
Nah,
a few
Atlanta
of them
was the
years.
number one-
Indiana,
Atlanta-
exactly.
Atlanta-
Trash.
yeah.
Trash ass
No.
teams, bro.
You talking about Atlanta won like almost 60 games.
And hey, you proving my point. Trash ass teams.
No, they wasn't
winning
trash. They was
60
good
games.
teams. But
So-
they were
come on,
okay.
man.
For you to win 60
Atlanta would've
games,
been a-
hold on.
would've been a first
For you
round
to
out
win
in the West.
60 games,
Yeah.
60 games, you had to beat some good West Coast teams as well.
Yeah, but it's easy to beat a West Coast team when you got the Knicks, Orlando, and then you got to play Golden State, and then you come back to play. You know what I'm saying? It's not Golden State, Houston, San Antonio.
I kind of
OKC back to back.
I kind of disagree with you on that one because if you think about it, it's also to what's your name one more time, bro? T's point as far as the teams in the East. You look at Milwaukee this year; they clean sweep through the Western teams.
Yeah.
But wait. But that speaks to the fact that it made me check myself as far as like with LeBron leaving the East was that bad. I don't want to say.
The East wasn't really that
Bro,
bad.
Yeah.
this year.
the East
East
is
wasn't
a
that-
joke, my nigga.
No,
yes,
not
this
it
year, I don't
is,
think
bro.
so,
This
man.
year, nah, it was
Orlando-
almost compatible to the West
Detroit
this year.
made the playoffs, man.
Milwaukee-
Detroit in the West is the worst team in the league. Stop fronting, bro.
Yeah, but
Worse than the Knicks.
they have
Yes.
40 wins. They have 40
No,
wins.
worse than the Knicks. Who's the Knicks? The Knicks in the East.
They
You
have
said the
40
worst
wins.
team in the East, so I'm just
I
clarifying
said
that.
if Detroit is in the West, they're the worst team in the conference. They're last place. They're 15th in the West if Detroit is in the West,
But I'm
bro.
speaking to Milwaukee and the fact that how easily they play, not easily they
It's
play,
easy to
how
win
they
60
handle.
games when you play Orlando 4 times and Detroit 4 times
But-
and the Knicks 4 times.
But can
and-
it also speak to how better Milwaukee is than the teams in the West? If you think about it, if you want to say
No.
that, it kind of does because they beat all those prominent teams handedly in the West. They handle Golden
And
State.
like
They
I
handle
said,
Houston.
it's easy to play Golden State when
I
the
don't think
game
so.
before you have Orlando
I think
and the
so.
game after you have the Knicks. It's not playing Golden State and then Houston and then OKC and then the Spurs and then back to back 4 times. It's a difference between playing the Knicks 4 times and playing Golden State 4
I
times,
think it also
bro.
you can also see it on both sides. I think you can also it also speaks to Milwaukee's skill level as far as playing against being able to get up against a Milwaukee. I mean, be able to get up against a Orlando and then play against Golden State. If you think about it, like the contrast in talents on teams, and the fact that you play those teams and beat them handily, and then go to the Oracle and beat the Warriors pretty handily, it kind of speaks to their greatness as a
It's
team.
easy to play
I don't think
Golden
so.
State when the 2 games before that was fucking the Knicks.
That doesn't
and
make
Orlando.
sense to me.
How does it not make sense? You know how easy it's a long season. It's about the accumulation of wear and tear on your body. And when you're playing Golden State 4 times and when you're playing the Knicks 4 times, it's a clear difference.
But you're
bro.
speaking to that point. I'm speaking to the point of the level of talent, being able to get up for competition, being able to maintain that. That speaks to the greatness of the
out of
Milwaukee
the
Bucks
last
this
20
season.
years, how many champions came from the West?
Come on, we talking about this year.
14.
We talking about this
Right?
year.
What?
14 out of 20 of the last 20 championships came from the West, right?
Okay.
All right. Out
20
of
years?
MVP, out the last 20 years, MVP. How many of those MVPs came out the West?
Reef, we talking about this year.
14. I'm talking about the shit has been shit for 20 years, bro. Anything
say-
done in the East got to be taken with a grain of salt because it's the fucking junior varsity, man. These teams are ass. You think Toronto was going to be first in the West? You think Atlanta would have been first if they would have been in the Western Conference them years when they was winning them 60 games? The Atlanta Hawks are being first in the West.
I mean, he still would have made the playoffs.
They would have definitely made the playoffs,
Yeah,
but are they
I
being
mean,
the first?
This
Are they even
Toronto
being
team be the
They
first in
said
the
Atlanta
West?
Hawks.
Oh, I
Yeah, yeah.
This Toronto
This
year.
Toronto team would be first in the West.
Yes. 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 Kawhi Leonard on that team? Yes. I think so.
They wasn't
And
first in
this
the
year?
East.
This year,
They
yes.
wasn't first in the East.
You said how many games?
They wasn't first in the East. How the fuck
games
they
you
gonna
said?
be first in the
How
West?
many games?
I said this Toronto Raptors team was in the Western Conference. They're the number 1 seed after 82 games with the Western Conference schedule.
They wouldn't have been first. They probably would have been second. No, 1 or 2. They would have been 1 or 2.
No,
This
no
team,
way.
yes.
No
the
way.
fuck they would
No
not
way.
have, bro.
No
On
way.
what planet? They finished
This
it better
planet.
than Houston.
They'll be like on a lower tier. They'll
No,
be
I
like
don't
where
think so.
They'll be in the
Oklahoma,
second half,
where
yes.
Oklahoma
I don't
City,
think so.
4, 5,
San
6,
Antonio
yes,
is
bro.
at.
I
don't
they
think
wouldn't
so.
be. They wouldn't be in the top tier.
I think Toronto is a
Maybe
better
a
team than
4.
Houston. They have a better team than Houston.
Detroit makes the playoffs in the West.
Of course not. But
Right.
dude, you saying the
Orlando makes
obvious.
the
I'm
playoffs
talking
in the
about
West.
Toronto, Milwaukee. Those teams. 2 teams that handily beat heavyweights of the West.
Yeah, it's easy to play them twice when you playing those fucking bum ass teams the whole season.
I don't know. Twice, I don't know. It says a lot coming from the East, the way that handily beat them. But my point is this: as far as James Harden, his gameplay, and I think it may mention earlier on, it doesn't translate to winning the big games. As far as I say, championships with James Harden, and I realized watching yesterday, they were going to win yesterday. I mean, I felt like they were going to win. I didn't think they would lose. The reason why is because that was a game that I know that they needed in order to stay alive. However, with Golden State being Golden State, and I've been saying this since this series started, one team has Kevin Durant, the other team doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll take Harden. I'll take
Golden
it.
State lost that game.
Yeah.
Houston didn't win it
why do you say that?
because Steph Curry was off.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like 7
So
for 28.
he missed that
Yeah.
dunk.
He missed layups. Yo, put it like this: if he would, how many layups he blew? Like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he would have made 2 of those layups, the game would have been over.
Wide open too, like by himself.
Like literally, those are shots that he would that he would normally make. And I'm not even talking about the 3-pointers. I'm just talking about
And
like
they were off on threes.
He tried to dunk it at the end, trying
Yeah.
to be fancy rather than
Yeah.
laying it up and caught that spaz.
But those layups, that right there, if he would have made at least 2 out of those 4 layups, the game would have been over automatically.
And yeah, I mean, I get that.
And they was off from 3, which is like
Yeah.
a rarity for them.
Keep happening. Yeah.
You know, so that's not going to happen. You know, everybody's getting on Steph Curry right now because he had one bad game. Like, I mean, his worst game by far.
I mean,
I said ever since the Game 7.
his stats is like 20, like 30, 39, 40% from the field.
What
Something
I
like that.
will say is when the game slows down and shrinks down and gets to that playoff mode, they have a tendency to not be as good as they usually are. The Splash Brothers, like they're all world in the regular season, but when in a vacuum, when like Klay Thompson has a history of having 5 in playoff games. Check the stats, because every time he does it, I remind my boy who fucks with Klay Thompson, like, look at your boy with another single-digit performance.
But then again, they
have a
also
tendency to do
But then
that.
he,
He
had a
also
game he has
steps
like
up.
30 and 40.
and they win a clincher. Like he stepped
Yeah,
up
they
in
step- they
biggest
step up in
games.
What
big
I'm
games.
saying is it's not as bombs away as it is in the playoff. I mean, in the regular season when it gets to the playoffs.
But maybe it also speaks to them playing more
they
cautious.
get on Daddy KD back and Daddy
Stop
takes them to
saying
the
that because
promised
they
land.
also want to chip without KD.
But they need KD, though.
But they also want to chip without him.
Yeah,
though.
they want him, but they still need him.
I mean, that's
And
true
you gotta
too.
think about it.
But
if you really
And
think
Iguodala
about it,
was the MVP.
now,
they won without him.
Iguodala was the
hold
MVP.
on. Now
Proving
take
my
it back.
point.
Take it back to
What?
They don't blick like that. They'll go off. Clay will get 50 in 2 quarters in the regular season. Come playoff time, nigga, we'll have 5.
two of the
Kyrie didn't get injured. They would have. Cavs would have won.
Real shit.
but that's not the argument.
Real shit.
The argument was
Wasn't that the year where every point guard they play got hurt?
the argument was, but they still won the chip.
Well, I'm not.
The argument was if they can win without KD, they won without him though. You feel me? And they won
That was 5
convincingly
years
without
ago.
him.
That was 5
They
years
won
ago.
73 games without him.
Without
Again,
Kyrie.
that's proving my point. I'm saying the
No, they
regular
won.
season
They
is
won
bombs
73
away.
games. Like you said, they can't win without
In
him.
the
They
regular
won
season,
without
But
him.
it's
we're
bombs
talking
away.
about championships. You're not talking
Championships.
about
Okay, so they
regular
won one without
I'm saying
him.
in the vacuum of the playoffs, they don't look as invincible as they do during the regular season. Both the Splash Brothers.
But I mean, when
real
the
shit.
pressure's on, a lot of players they have their moments, and they're having their moment right now. James Harden has his moment. He has a plethora of moments.
Yep.
Not last night though. It was clutch.
I mean, like
I don't think Houston's played good yet. I think they played 3 bad games. So
I think
for them
no.
to be
I think game
2-1
one they played great. They actually made way more 3-pointers than I think they made 17, 18, and they still lost.
I don't know. The game really isn't dictated through numbers all the time. I'm talking about the eye test, watching them play, watching execution of playoff basketball. I don't think they played good these first 3 games. I think they played bad. They should have lost last night.
I mean, their ceiling.
Yeah,
I feel like
they
their
really
ceiling was what game 1. That was their ceiling. That was their
Definitely
ceiling.
was.
Nah, their ceiling was last year, game 5, when Chris Paul got hurt. That
Game 6, he
was
got
their
hurt.
ceiling.
Wait, hold on.
Nah, he got to get hurt game 5 because they was up 3-2. Yeah,
Yeah.
they was up 3-2.
Yeah,
he got
game
hurt
5,
game
yeah.
5. That was their ceiling. That was putting it to them. That was y'all can't fuck with us. We got 2 people who y'all can't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got KD, but we got 2 people y'all can't fuck with. The rest of them fucking Splash Brothers, they gonna fold when shit get real tough, and now it's down to the nitty gritty.
I don't buy that because for you to fold when shit get real tough, you don't win chips like that. They obviously have to have some level of consistency. So I don't really get that.
It's a great coach team. They play good. They got a big brother, so Draymond is gonna be there to protect. Anytime somebody try to punk them.
But don't dismiss their skill like that.
I'm
That's
not
dismissive.
dismissing their skill at all. They're one of the best players ever of all time. But when they get to the playoffs, they shrink. They ain't bout it like that.
That makes no sense. That's no. If they not about it like that, then they don't win 3 out of the 4 chips. They don't win, with or without KD.
If they don't have KD, they don't win near one of them 2.
They don't win anything. The funny thing is,
they got one.
The funny thing,
they got one without KD.
The funny thing is,
Detroit.
The funny thing is,
Pistons with 1 ring.
The funny thing is,
Not
without
this
Steph,
dynasty.
they don't win. Steph, to me, I still say that
So
Steph is the most
Pippen,
important
Bulls
player.
don't win.
That's something. He's the
Absolutely.
most
I'm not
important
saying
player.
that. No,
I mean, I feel like I don't know.
KD.
Because they have more experience playing without him than playing with him. So that's why I feel like
Steph played in 4 championships. He got no Finals MVP. Steph played in KD played in 2 of them. He got 2.
That's what's
There's the
up.
proof right there.
How many Finals MVPs did Kobe have? That Finals MVP don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything.
2. How many Steph got?
That
0.
don't mean anything.
2
What you
more
talking
than
about with
0.
Shaq? That you talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Like, don't
He's
mean
talking
anything.
about when you have like a number 2 or
when
number
you have
1
that don't
other
mean
stars
nothing.
on the team.
2 is more than 0 to me when I checked that when I went to school that day. 2 is more than 0.
That's crazy
to me.
I don't know. That's why I thought LeBron sexuals were bad. When James Harden, boy, y'all be riding for the lucky lefty,
Hold on.
man.
Let me ask you a question. I was having this
you
debate
call
on
them?
Facebook.
LeBron sexuals.
Oh yeah,
know what
that's
you call it?
bronsexual.
The Harden one.
Lucky lefty.
Lucky
I can't call. I haven't thought of one yet. Haven't thought of one yet.
Harden.
Yeah.
I was having this debate on Facebook. I'm a Harden fan, but not really.
Listen, love
Do you
hate.
think he's a top 5 shooting guard of all time?
No.
Name 5. Okay.
Name 5 back.
Name 10.
Name 10.
Do you think he's top 10?
Do I think he's top 10? He'll crack my top 10, but not top 5.
There's only 3 that
Okay,
you could say that's better.
Hold on.
That my eyes have seen.
That your eyes have seen. I don't want to hear.
There's only 3 that
George
you can
Gervin.
say.
Obviously
hold
not.
it.
I'm 34.
Okay, cool. So,
I was able to see Clyde Drexler play.
okay.
I was
I'll give
able
it
to
a-
see.
Fucking James Harden, bro.
I was.
I was able-
Give me your 5.
5. He's not ahead of Klay Thompson in my eyes.
Oh, come on, dude. Stop it.
He's not ahead of
Stop
Klay
it.
Thompson.
Stop it.
He's not. He's
Reverse
not.
roles. Reverse them.
Okay.
Put Klay Thompson on the Houston Rockets. Do they go as far? Would it be the same team that they are right now?
be the
Can he
playoffs.
carry them?
You can make that argument
Can
for.
he carry them? Can he carry them to?
We don't know. We
Klay
don't know.
Thompson-
Because
Klay Thompson
I
I
didn't
didn't
think-
of the
by the
Houston
eye
Rockets is
test.
taking Houston Rockets to the number 1 seed. With
me-
Klay Thompson.
Is he dropping 60 points
We don't
a
know
game?
because I didn't know James Harden was capable of doing what he's doing now when he left OKC. So I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't know. But still, I don't know. I don't know.
But I'm just-
I want to say yes. I want to say
mad
yes.
disrespectful, bro.
That's not
Klay
disrespectful,
Thompson-
because
Klay
he can't
Thompson
even
is not
create
an
his own
MVP
shot.
of the
Yes, he
league.
can.
Klay Thompson is not
He
in the
can't take nobody off the dribble.
Klay Thompson's not in the
Does he even have a
conversation
handle?
of
Does Klay
MVP
Thompson
of
even have
the
a-
league. When the season starts, there's 5 or 6 dudes that's in the conversation of one of these dudes is getting MVP of the league. Klay Thompson has never been in that conversation ever. There's never going to be a year where he's in that conversation.
If he dominates the ball as much as James Harden, yes, he will.
No, but
He
won't.
can't.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
can't.
Because he doesn't.
does-
It's within.
can't.
It's
He
within the
can't.
offense. But I think what he does and how he does it, it's exceptional
It's
over James
Kobe,
Harden.
Jordan, Wade is the only 2 guards that you can even say is better than fucking James Harden. And Wade is better than James Harden because of the championships. But keep this shit real.
I'll put Thompson.
Harden is better
Thompson
than Wade.
is at
I got-
5.
I got-
Harden
I
is
got-
like 6 on my list. If they were doing a top 10, he
So
wouldn't make my
give-
top
give
5.
me your 5.
My 5, MJ. Number 2, Wade. Number 3.
Oh my god.
Wade, get the fuck out my face.
It's no order.
man.
There's no
Wade.
I
There's
gotta
no
have died
order.
up
There's
here for
no
this one.
there's no order. There's no particular order.
Give me an order.
You want an order? Okay. Number 1, MJ. Number 2, Kobe, of course. Number 3, Wade. Number 4, who I said, in my eyes, like I said, because I was Clyde Drexler, and number 5, Klay.
So hold on. Klay Thompson
Are you
and Clyde
confident in
Drexler
this?
is better than Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson wasn't no 2.
Yes, he is.
He wasn't a conventional 2.
Yes, he is.
I don't know.
For the
Nah,
sake
Allen Iverson
he
is a
wasn't no
2.
2. I never
Yes,
classified him as a 2.
Eric
He is
Snow
a
was
2.
the
Eric
one.
Snow was the
Yeah,
point
Eric
guard.
Snow was the one.
I never,
No,
but for the
but
sake
he's
of
a
this
2.
argument, then I'll add him on that 5 list.
He's a bona fide 2.
I never categorized AI as a shooting guard. But for
But
the sake of
nobody
this argument, I'll put him
But
in my top
everybody looked
because
at
he is
him-
one of my favorite all-time players.
Everybody looked at Allen Iverson as a point guard because of his height. Even in college,
And
he
also,
didn't play-
his roots in college, he played point guard.
no, Victor Page was a
But
point guard.
it was
like back and forth.
Yeah.
But he just brought the ball
Yeah.
up. But Victor Page was really.
I
the
agree.
point
Yeah,
guard.
Victor Page was really a point guard, but it was something that was split.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they'll split the duties. You get what I'm saying?
Because you can
But-
say that for any team LeBron's on.
yeah.
But then it's all because didn't we start the shit saying that Harden was a point guard?
Yeah, I
In the
did.
beginning, didn't we say?
Yeah,
Harden was
I
a point guard
said
now?
I said that.
Yeah,
but
so it's
however,
not a big take.
you know what I'm saying? But for the sake of this argument, Harden, I just feel like with Harden, man, the way his style of play doesn't really cater to winning. In my opinion, it doesn't cater to winning. And I
Winning
feel like
championships
with
or
winning
just-
championships, and I feel like with the argument that you had with Carmelo Anthony, to me, and I think it's vastly different because most of the time Carmelo he does most of his damage either within the 15
15 feet.
15
mid-range.
feet mid-range when you can work your offense best in the post. And they did that exceptionally well when he was in Denver. They didn't really do much of that in New York. It was just strictly ISO ball all day, give the ball to Melo. But
Yeah, better team.
but it was just better. Even with that, it still catered well to the Knicks as far as like them moving the ball because even when he was more of a willing passer than James Harden, in my opinion. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
You say James Harden don't win, but ain't no team winning with Klay Thompson as the main. No way. There's no roster that you're putting where Klay Thompson is the lead person and you're winning the championship. No way.
Well,
No
we
way.
can't say that
Not
about
even
James
close.
Harden yet because he hasn't.
No,
Or even
I
winning
mean, I can
games,
say
or
for
even,
a
like,
fact-
winning-
No, I'm talking about being the number one team in the league
Yeah.
with Klay Thompson
Being-
as your lead person is
Yeah,
not
as the
happening,
number one-
bro.
yeah, the number one
not
option.
happening, bro.
I can't
no
see
I don't
way.
know.
He's the third option, bro.
Okay.
He's a third option. Like that's super
He's a good number
disrespectful
two.
to like
He's a good number 2.
I'm talking about on the team he's on now. He's the third option.
Right.
Okay.
That's super disrespectful to one of the elite players in the league.
I don't think it's too disrespectful
Yes, it is,
because there's
bro.
some there's
It's Harden, LeBron, KD, Steph, Russ, Giannis. That's the conversation of the guys. Klay Thompson is not in the conversation of the guys. Klay Thompson is top 30
think
to me.
so.
He's not. No, he's not.
You say he's
bro.
what?
He's between top 20 to 30 to me. I got 15 to 20 players better
Yeah,
than Klay
15
Thompson.
to 20 players
yes.
better.
Yes.
That's why we call this
I just named
unpopular
6.
opinion.
I just named 6 just off rip, and I didn't even
And that's
get to
what's
other
up.
people. I didn't get to Kawhi. I didn't get to Kemba. I didn't get to Dame. I didn't get to none of them players. I didn't get to Russ. I didn't get to PG.
You
I
actually
didn't
said
get to none of
Russ.
the
You said
players
Russ already. You did say Russ.
Okay, I didn't get to PG. I didn't get to Dame. I didn't get to none of them players yet.
And
20 to 30 is really.
he's also
I
in
get
the
it.
same. He's also in the same realm as a PG-13 because
He's
they're both.
not.
They're
Not to
both
me.
they're both two-way players. They're both two-way players, and there's not too many two-way players in the NBA.
Yeah,
There's
I
not
don't-
too
I don't
many.
think he's-
He
I
just
don't
got a
think
better
he's
jump
as
shot.
good
He
as
just got a
PG.
better.
Yeah.
He's a better shooter than PG.
But put
That's
Paul
it.
George on Golden State.
Whew, mercy.
What?
What are we talking about right now?
We're talking about the comparison.
like,
of
what do
Klay
you
Thompson.
put anybody on Golden State? You put us on Golden
Nah,
State.
but what I'm saying is
What are
they're
you talking
way
about?
better
Talking about
with,
their
with,
skill
with,
set.
with PG. With PG instead of Klay Thompson,
You
bro,
also got to think
kidding
about
me?
the dynamic. That won't work because
Why
PG
not?
It'll work if KD. Why wouldn't pay PG?
because PG is not. It's just two different
It's a
dynamics.
system, but I'm saying you got to think about it. When you go to
I
Golden
do.
State, it's a system in which they playing. OKC doesn't really have a system. You know, their offense is based on Russ bringing the ball up, doing the pick and roll with Steve Adams, and then just giving it to Paul George and letting him work.
I don't know. I feel like with Paul George, his style of play is not. I don't think it would be as seamless as people think.
If
You're not the
if
first
KD
person to say that. That's why.
Yeah, but if KD could work in Golden State, then PG can. Because
I guess it's
you
just,
get what I'm saying? Because when you play in a system, it's totally different when you're playing in a non-system like how they're playing in OKC.
Yeah, just playing go outside,
I guess.
set a screen,
Yeah,
cut.
I can
know how
see
to play
that.
basketball type shit, but that system Paul George to kill. I got Klay 15 to 30. Like
You
and
went from
more
20 to 20.
to
So you're moving up. So you're moving them up. Thank you.
What I'm saying,
Thank
I
you.
said I got him in
Thank
the
you.
15
You
to
said
30
20 to
range.
30.
You said
but
20 to
more
30.
than
You said 20 to 30.
That's what I'm saying. More 20 to 30. There's guaranteed 15 plays he's not even in the question with.
The reason
Maybe
why-
you can have him between the 15 and 20. I have him more 20 to 30. like
I feel
around
you.
between 20 to 25.
The reason why I don't have him over Thompson's because James Harden, he doesn't play defense enough for me. Like people
And
keep
that's
saying he has
another
been playing
thing.
defense. He doesn't play defense
See,
enough.
this is
for
the
me.
thing about
defense
this is the thing about people. People always be like, "Oh, this person don't play D." Like, who plays D in the NBA? There's only a handful of elite defenders.
I feel you, but I feel like you have to be a willing defender. He's not a willing defender.
I think he caught
can't
bad
check
slack
he
from
can't
a
check a
couple
mailbox.
of clips
Yeah,
of him
that's
playing
what
that
it
doing
is.
D-Lane.
No.
People going
I've
and
watched
people
Houston
harped on it.
play.
Like, if you watch him this
He
year, his
plays
defense
D, but he's
is-
just not a
he
good
played
defender.
lot
I
of
seen him
good
play-
defense. He's one
yesterday-
of the tops in steals this year. He played a lot of D this year, bro. He played a lot of D this year.
Yeah.
But all of that could
He's
be
not
that's
an
a bit
elite
sabotage
defender.
because most of those steals is off of gambles. Like
True.
I don't count gamble steals off as like defense.
I agree.
But I just think like if he like yesterday, he was willing. He was a willing defender yesterday.
He's been doing that all season.
I didn't see that. No,
He's
he
been
was
doing that all
tired. That's how I knew
season.
he was a willing
He's been
defender.
doing that all
no,
season,
he
bro,
got
yes.
out really quick.
They usually didn't have to
Homicide.
play that hard during the games because by the fourth quarter they was winning, so he didn't have to D up with 3 seconds left, with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But them first 3 quarters, he was holding the main perimeter scorer, especially when Chris Paul was out. Like he was doing that the whole season, bro. Like for real,
I'm trying to figure out if you a Rockets fan or a Laker fan.
bro. I keep it funk. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that I see. Like I'm not just gonna hate on
Trying
somebody.
to figure this out, man.
Listen,
Because you be having
his
all the
defense
stats on
stepped it
Houston.
up. I got all the stats on
0
everybody.
stats on the Lakers. No, he's
know
a
how I do
diehard Laker fan over here, so I don't.
Listen,
you know what I'm
Laker
saying?
Listen.
So, well, 2 of them actually, but 2 different eras.
You know, I like the old school.
Raine is the old school Laker fan. He's the Kobe era
Kobe.
Laker
Oh,
fan.
you like old school like
I
Magic
like
Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
I was a kid growing up to that, so
Right.
it's like
I don't know, man. This James Harden debate goes back and forth, but I just think like
Back-to-back
he needs
MVP.
this
He should
series
have
more.
4. This
He
should
needs
be
this-
number 4 this year.
For what?
4 MVPs.
He should have at least 2 NBA rings, NBA championships.
See, I don't say that because there was never a time where I looked at a team and said the Houston Rockets are the best team in the NBA. They should win.
Last year.
I know they were not because of record. I'm talking about who was the best team. Golden State was the best team, hands down. There was a time I can point to Miami, LeBron. You were the best team in the league and you lost. I'm holding
disagree.
that against you. Yes.
I disagree.
So,
last year,
Houston
in
was
my
better than Golden State.
Houston wasn't better than Golden State.
No,
Houston.
Fuck, what? Bro, this you can
Just
count
'cause they
on
had a
your one
better
hand
regular
the teams
season.
that were
No,
better
no,
than
I'm
Golden State
speak-
in the history of the NBA, bro.
I'm speaking off what you like to go revert back to the eye test. There were times in that season last year. Yeah, last year when they lost Chris Paul. That's when I'm like, okay, because it was synonymous to the Rockets, the Warriors losing Draymond Green.
So that Houston team is basically a top team all time.
Dude, that's not the argument. The argument was last year. What are you talking
Is
about?
that Golden State team with KD and all of them not an all-time team? So if Houston is better than that team, don't they have to be an all-time team?
They don't have to be an all-time team. They were. No, because
So-
I would think that was an all-time team last
so
year
Golden
for
State
Houston.
is not
for
an
Golden
all-time
State.
team.
Last year's
I
team was
think
not an
you can
all-time
count
team.
on your one hand the teams in the history of the NBA that's better than that Golden State team from last year. I think you can count on one hand, bro.
No, that
You
73
don't
and 9
agree?
team was pretty special. That
Who?
73 and 9
You think
team.
that 73 and 9 team was better than Golden State last year with KD? So you're saying the team without KD is better than the team with KD?
They won 73 games. Last time you said
regardless of the
yes or
record.
no
Yes.
question.
Regardless
Yes.
of the
The
record.
73 and 9
Yes.
team is
Regardless of the
Yes.
record. I'm just talking about
You're fucking
by the eye
bad, bro.
test.
Thank you.
And just the players that they have on the team.
The team
So you're
without
saying
Kawhi
Harrison
is
Barnes
better
is
The eye
than
test,
KD.
they-
I'm saying, so you're saying Harrison Barnes is better than
Kevin
KD?
Durant.
Harrison, he was better for that team in that year. That beat OKC with KD
You
on
are
it.
smoking
That's what I'm going at.
rocks, bro. That is no fucking way that team without KD is better
Houston
than
Rockets
with
team
KD,
last
bro.
year. Let me see if I can pull this off, right? The Houston Rockets team last year, they had a team they had role players that pretty much sized up well against, with the exception of fucking Baumute. They had their best chance. They had role players that were comparable to the Golden State Warriors, and I felt they had a great chance to beat them, especially stealing the game on their home floor. They don't have that this year. I feel like people always undermine this. When I say when Trevor Ariza left, I feel like that was a bit. I feel like
He was a huge piece.
he was a huge piece as far as defense. And we had this discussion before. He brings that pedigree, that winning pedigree of being in the finals with LA and winning. And I feel like you can't take that away.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't have that. Who do they have on this team that has that championship pedigree, that 6 degrees of separation of
I never
They
said
don't
this
have
team was
that.
better.
That's what I'm saying. Last year's team, to me, it spoke to me because their defense was way, in my opinion, as far as getting out to the wings and playing on the shots and things like that. That team was better.
Okay.
Going by the eye test. This year's team is like it's too heavy on James Harden making that home run move or play or whatever the case is. That's why you have Chris Paul hurting and fucking limping and shit because it's too heavy on them. I don't know. But I also think they need to play what they have been playing Austin Rivers more. So that's a good look.
That's for the
They need
record.
to change their
That's
offense.
for the record.
Yes.
For the record.
Go ahead.
You said
I did.
that the team without KD is better than the team with KD. I will definitely reference this many times in the future. I'm just
You can
letting
do
know
that.
again. You said the team, Golden State, before they got Kevin Durant, is better than when they got
Yes.
Kevin Durant.
I mean, I can say that because
On what planet?
last time I
it's
checked,
based off the record.
2 is more than 0, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like 73 wins that's no fucking small feat. Like that's
And they lost.
That's huge.
And they did not win a
Let's
championship.
not get into how they lost. Let's not get into that shit. They were given a fucking chip.
I agree.
They were given a chip.
I agree.
That shit was hand fucking
I agree.
wrapped.
I can agree.
Well, let's not talk. That's why I say
can
like you
agree.
can't.
I can agree with that. Still, there's no way. There's on no planet. On no fucking planet is that team without Kevin Durant. It's literally adding one of the top 10 players of all time to a team and saying that one team is better without what? No way, bro. I'm sorry, son. There's absolutely no way, bro. No way, son. What? No way, man. No way. KD, son. Unstoppable.
Anyway, that's my unpopular opinion. But we'll see. Game 4 is tomorrow.
Is it?
At the Toyota Center. There's 2 games
Who
tonight.
you got?
I had Houston winning in 6
Oh, no way.
because
No way.
I was under the impression that, you know what? They're going to take one. They're going to take one in the Oracle because they've been so suspect. However, watching the 2 games, Golden State played with a sense of urgency the first 2 games. And it wasn't even their best punch.
They could take
and
it
they
in
still
5.
won. But that was
I got him in 5.
That's
I got GSW in 5.
It changed for me. I mean, of course, essentially after the 2 games, but Houston needed game 2. They
I
let
don't-
feelings get away in game 2.
Why you jumping so or like off of your predictions so quick? Like all they did was defend home court. Like an NBA series don't start until somebody loses on the road.
You know
Like,
why?
If Houston wins
That's a
tomorrow
great-
night, it's 2-2 and both teams defending home court. Like it's
You know why?
Basically best of 3 from
I
there.
feel you, but
Right.
the reason why is because we play ball, right? You get that. It's more mental than
course.
physical.
Right.
And I feel like with game 2, they let the residue of game 1 interfere with game 2. Every call was made. They jumping, getting emotional. You got to think, like, this is your championship, essentially.
And they
before
was
you
playing
get,
underneath the microscope.
Yeah.
And they had that referee
yeah.
Yeah.
that didn't ref after that incident that happened early in the season when they was playing against the Lakers, when they were just getting called for like
Yeah.
technical fouls. They brought the NBA brought that same referee back for game 2 just to stick it to them because they
some
was
great
complaining
shit.
to the refs.
That was some great.
So
shit.
that was some
But you got to play.
greasy
You
shit.
get paid a lot of money. You got to play. You got to play. That's just my thing.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If James Harden would have stayed in that game, if he didn't get injured, maybe they would have been up 2-1 right
Word.
now.
How,
It's a
how much
possibility.
time did he miss? He missed
Maybe.
a substantial amount of time.
But he came back and he
Came
did.
back and he did okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like he
couldn't
was.
even see.
Yeah, he said he couldn't see.
You see this motherfucker's eyes, bro?
I'm just saying. Yeah, he said he couldn't
The
see.
game was still close.
It
when
was
he
still
came back.
close.
The game was still close.
And I feel you.
Explain his eyes though. What's up with that?
So he got poked in the eye.
He scratched
He
his
scratched his cornea.
cornea.
Shit is red. Like
Both of them are red.
Both his eyes are red.
Both his eyes are
Whole
red.
shit is red, bro. Like, I don't think he was joking. Like, you seen him at times, like he had the free throw line, like,
No, I feel you.
bro.
Game 2 was a game that they. Well, game one was a game
Who
they
did
could have
that?
had.
Who did that? Then?
Draymond Green.
Yeah, of course.
It wasn't on
Oh,
purpose.
no, he didn't do
Yeah, it was
It
accidental.
It
It was- yeah.
But of course, Draymond did it. Like, of course, it's fucking Draymond.
I had. Well, now you guys say 5. That I still say 6. However, Golden State weighs 6. I say Golden State 6.
Sticking with Houston, man.
You sticking with Houston?
Yep, sticking
still-
with Houston.
I'm
Houston
switching to
7.
GSW.
Oh, you're
GSW
switching
in
to
6.
GSW. Okay.
I'm going to Houston in 7.
Houston in 7?
Yep.
So that means they're gonna win an
way.
Oracle.
Yeah.
So you do. I mean, the reason why I say this is because Stephen Curry's not gonna have another night like.
Bro,
he had.
I don't think Houston's played good either. Chris Paul has not shown up at all yet. His 3 games is one opposed to out for him, and Harden has played okay, but the team collectively, I don't think has played there.
If they're shooting well, that's a great
up?
game for Houston.
What's the name? Just woke up. PJ Tucker, because in the first 2 games he was a fucking no-show. One of them games he had 0. Like all that energy,
role players
all that
play better
grabbing
at home
shit,
anyway.
Of course. But what I'm saying is PJ Tucker's the type of dude where he's there, Draymond. He's there. It got to be every night. You're an effort player.
The
Fuck
reason
hitting jump
why-
shots, you got to be down there getting dirty. You know what I'm saying?
The main reason why I'm changing it to GSW is because this simple reason. How much did they lose by yesterday?
I can't.
5. I think.
5. And Stephen
5.
Curry didn't have his best game, and they still were in the game.
Yeah.
That's scary.
But
Like that's
It's
scary.
like saying in Game 7, Houston missed what 27 straight threes and still was leading at halftime with 3 minutes left in the
Yeah,
game.
but
They
Steph
was still
Curry
right
missed. Like I
there,
said before, Steph Curry missed some bunnies, man.
Yeah, he missed a lot of good ones.
Listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, and they're not even nowhere near their best, and they still lost by 5.
But then you got to say, like, who's to say Kevin Durant don't cool down a little bit?
I'm sorry, nobody's fucking with
What
him,
I'm saying is maybe he don't get 48, maybe he gets 36. And maybe he shoots a little bit more, maybe instead of shooting 55% from the field, he shoots 45% from the field. And like,
and he shoots 45, and then Clay wakes up, Steph wakes up. It's over.
man, I already told you, I always expect Clay to get single digits. Every playoff game, I expect Clay to have single
He
digits.
ain't have
scoring.
single digits yesterday.
They lost.
He ain't have single digits game too.
How much he had?
You just don't like Clay.
How much he had? I don't.
You don't exactly.
I don't.
Exactly.
I don't. And
Exactly.
to put it. And there's
Exactly.
multiple,
You just don't like
There's
him.
multiple finals games where he has single digits. And like, if Harden has single digits in the finals game, he'll get killed. But you got the.
What'd you say
But it's
before
a
that?
different
You said
caliber
if.
player, but he's a different caliber player.
He don't care about
He has
the
a
numbers.
different role,
Absolutely.
and it's a different role.
But this guy saying that Klay Thompson is better is mad disrespectful, bro.
I don't think it's disrespectful.
You're not even a convo, bro.
I
just
think
a better
he's able.
jump
I
shooter.
think he's able to do what James Harden's not willing to do, which is play defense.
He'll never win a back-to-back MVP.
He'll never win back-to-back chips.
If he was on, if he was the third man on Golden State, he'd have 4 right
The
now.
funny that
Come
speaks
on, stop
and that
fronting.
speaks to Clay.
Stop
Like, come
fronting.
on,
He's the
everything that you
third
saying
wheel,
with James
bro.
Harden, you saying if.
He's the third wheel, bro.
If I only had a win.
You're trying to act like he's the man that's winning it, bro. You could take Clay
He
off
is.
of all of them
He
championships
is.
and they
You
could have still
can't.
won.
You
Yes,
can't.
the fuck you can.
You take
Yes,
away
the
game
fuck
6.
You can.
Okay, remember when Klay
You
Thompson
could put
was-
Ariza.
wait.
You could put Ariza
Go ahead.
and switch Ariza with Klay Thompson and they still win.
No, you can't.
Yes, the fuck you can.
No, you can't. Now
Yes,
you're
you
reaching.
can.
You're reaching
You said
right
they'll
now.
still win?
You said
Still win a championship?
Yes.
you're reaching. Clay, he cannot pull off what Klay Thompson does in the games that we
Defensively,
really
absolutely.
defensively and offensively.
He wasn't really scoring.
You
like
forget
that.
Game 6 in the Oracle when he went off against the Houston
went off. He
Rockets.
definitely did went off.
You remember the
He
year
went
before
off
that
that
when he
year.
went off against the OKC Thunder when they were down 3-2 and he went off.
Yep. You remember?
Trevor Ariza can't do that.
You remember the finals game where he had 6?
Which fun?
Forgot that game.
Did they win?
No, they lost.
Oh man.
Exactly. When Draymond got hurt and they needed him, and what he had 6.
They win the finals though.
No, you're talking about.
I feel
know
you,
about
but it's
versus
like-
the Cavs when Draymond went out.
When Draymond went out.
6.
That's what you're talking about.
6.
He had 6 points.
6, nigga.
Okay.
Game 6 of the finals when niggas needed 6.
Give me another game. I just gave you multiple games where he stepped
I'll
up.
look it up. Single digit, because every time he does it, I hit my boy up and be like, yo,
Come
you see
on.
your boy with single digits?
But hey, you have a player who
But they
has
loaded, though.
Exactly.
They
So
loaded,
it won't
doesn't
hurt.
matter. It doesn't matter.
So
Plus,
it kinda
he does play
negates-
good defense.
Yeah.
So he makes up for it.
But that's what I'm saying. You
On
can
the
have
other
Ariza on them teams, and they would still win.
No, he doesn't because
No,
offensively
no
it's a
way,
drop.
'cause he- defensively.
Yeah,
It's a drop.
can't-
Ariza's
can't-
going to hit that wide open 3. We seen that in the triangle.
but not.
with Cole.
But he's not. He's not a better shooter. He's
Not
definitely
at
not a
all.
better shooter
Not
than,
at all.
than
Hell
Klay
no.
Thompson.
I'm
No
not
way.
saying that.
He's not.
That would be as disrespectful as saying Klay Thompson's better than James Harden.
He is.
He
is.
Nah, bro.
He is, man.
He'll never even be in the conversation
He'll
for
never?
MVP, ever. There's
Okay.
never going to be a season where at the end of the season, you're like, yo, Klay Thompson should get MVP.
Let me tell you
Ever.
something. That's the main reason
Ever.
why. Because he's not willing to do what Klay Thompson's willing to do. He's not willing to do that yet. Like sacrifice. Sometimes you're gonna have to like just drop like 11 points to let Eric Gordon eat. Eric Gordon is a
But
beast.
he's not a number one.
But he's not a number one. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like you have that. Sometimes you gotta let homeboy just. You gotta let him go. Like you gotta balance it out. I think those times he's dribbling the ball for 15, whatever, 18 seconds.
That's their style
Move that
of
shit
play.
around though.
That's their style of play.
Yesterday, Eric Gordon. There's no answer. There's no answer for him. Golden State has no answer.
So
no answer.
Who's that an indictment on? Is that an indictment on James Harden or is it an indictment on management?
I think it's a little bit of both, because I think as a player you need to hold yourself accountable and realize what's working, what's not working. You know what I'm saying? Like when we play together, there's certain things I know that it's just not going to be working. There's some I know I can't be in with a certain 5. Like if it's you and Gil and like say homeboy with the 3 and like both of them are on, but you're at your best like moving the ball around and I'm a shooter. Right, I'm not gonna really work well in that realm where you work better in that offense. Like you have to be mindful and be selfless. Say, you know what, this works better. Let's keep working with that. This is what's giving us wins.
I think what works best for them is how they play.
Sometimes you have to defer. Is what I'm saying. James Harden needs to learn how to defer. He doesn't know how to do that. That's just my opinion. And I think he needs to hold himself accountable. Management, same thing.
Management.
I think it's 50-50. I think it's
more so on management than it is the player.
Probably so, but it's also up to the player to know, okay, you know what, that doesn't work. Let me start deferring.
But it's also up to the coach, because you got to think about it. Well, D'Antoni, I hate D'Antoni, by the way.
Facts.
Even like with D'Antoni, going back to Melo again, when Melo and D'Antoni is in New York, he didn't like hit Melo's style of play, a lot of one-on-one, and he went with Jeremy Lin because he came from
what the fuck he got now.
He came from Phoenix Suns playing team ball, speed ball, and how they do this rotate with the offense.
Yeah.
They didn't play that type of style, so he didn't adapt to Carmelo. You get what I'm saying? But he adapted to James Harden.
Yeah.
And that's not D'Antoni's style of play. So that's why I think it's more so like on management.
I can dig it. I feel you on that. I just think also Harden.
I think D'Antoni plays his style, but he plays his hand, because I think all 3 teams have similar style, which is we want to shoot a lot of threes. We want to either get dunks or threes, but you play the hand that you have. I have Steve Nash, so I'm going to use his skill set to, distribute, kick everybody. I have Melo, who's a post-dominant player. I'm going to give it to him. I have James Harden, who's a perimeter-dominant handle player. I'm just going to play,
But he didn't do that
style,
with the Knicks,
I don't know what the fuck he was doing with the Knicks.
He didn't. And you got to think about it.
Same thing with Stephon Marbury.
He went to the Lakers. What did he do with the Lakers?
Yeah, what did he do with the Lakers?
Nothing.
Shit.
Reef?
Shit. But that was a little bit, I think that
He didn't.
that was
He
the
doesn't
year
know how to
where,
adapt to his.
when
Dwight.
Nash got hurt.
They had
He
Dwight.
doesn't know how to adapt to his players, to his.
So, what do you grade his I guess adaptability with Houston? Do you think it's
I mean, the only thing that he implemented was the 3-point game. That's part of his system. Yeah. The 3-point game is definitely part of, Harden takes 40, 50 shots a game, whatever it is, and, he just holds the ball and is stagnant. But at the same time, on a perimeter, that's what you have. You have Eric Gordon. You have, PJ Tucker. He can hit the shot, but he's not going to hit it consistently.
Yeah, some shots he was taking yesterday, I was like, what? Really, dude?
Yeah, but he can hit it.
I know he
corner 3.
Like corner 3.
Yeah, corner 3 is money all day.
Yeah, but when he was trying to go to the basket with the hook shots, I'm like, dude, come on.
Because even when they had Ariza could hit that wide open 3. Chris Paul could hit it. Rivers could hit it.
Rivers hit some big shots yesterday.
Yeah. So once you surround him, with those 3-and-D type of players, so he did add that element,
Yeah, I feel you.
Harden
with
in the
James
East,
Harden.
they'd be in the finals and probably win, because it'd be a fucking moonwalk
You
to
would-
the finals.
you would
They'd
love
be
that.
chilling. Love it.
You would love
They
it.
average
Harden in the
40.
East with what team?
That I'm talking about Houston. Put the Houston Rockets in the East.
Oh, come on, dude.
They would win fucking. They
You
would,
can't. Of course, you
Of
can
course,
put 1
yeah.
through 8 from the West. Put them in the East. They're going number 1. You could put
So
Harden.
then how
Not
the
OKC.
fuck are you arguing me when
Not
I say that
OKC.
the
We're talking about
conference is
Harden.
junior varsity?
We're talking about Harden, the player, not Houston,
Yeah.
the team. We're talking about Harden, the player.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
what
you
I'm
just said take any one of the 1 through 8 teams and put them in the East, and they're going to be number 1. So then, how do you then argue with me when I tell you
No,
that it's junior
what I'm
varsity?
saying
Not
is-
LA.
You're proving my point.
No,
Not the
no, I'm
Clippers,
not. All I'm-
San Antonio.
The Lakers
Not
this
OKC.
year would definitely have made the playoffs in the East. They would have been a top 4 seed. With Braun, this same roster, take the Lakers and put them in the East, they're a top 4 seed.
Possibly.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
But what
They
I
just took that team to the finals.
what I
last
was
year.
saying was not when I mentioned 1 through 8. It's like obviously 1 through 8 of the West will be number 1. The Clippers will be a number 1.
No,
seed.
Yes.
No, they won't.
Clippers will be top 3.
They'll be a number 1.
Clippers will be
A
top
number 1
They'll be like-
seed?
maybe-
Nah,
you're
no
right.
way.
Thinking about
No
it.
way.
bro.
Think about it.
I thought about.
They're not beating
yeah.
Milwaukee. They're not
No,
beating
no,
They'll be a
Hold
top
on.
3. They'll be a
Hold
top
on.
3.
People keep
That
forgetting
Atlanta Hawks
Philly.
that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Yeah.
Clippers better than Philly? No way.
The Atlanta Hawks that we were talking
Okay.
about are that much better than the
Okay.
Clippers?
Okay.
The Atlanta Hawks that were the number 1 team with Mike Scott and all
He
them,
makes a
and
good
from a
point.
couple years ago.
You
that
talking
we
about
were
with Joe
referencing.
Johnson and
Yeah.
Or you're talking about the Joe Johnson era? Or
I'm
you
talking about the number 1 seed. Who's on that team? I remember they had Mike Scott. Did they still have Joe Johnson? They had somebody.
They had Jeff Teague. They had Al
they had
Horford.
Jeff Teague, Al Horford.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
Joe
I'm saying
Johnson
is,
was gone.
Yeah, Joe Johnson was going. Nah.
Clippers, same shit.
No.
Same shit to me.
Yeah, because I remember they went to the final. They went to the conference finals back to
Yeah.
back, and they lost.
We knew
to
they was gonna
the
lose.
Cavaliers.
Terrible.
Both years.
Nah, there was one year they lost to the Celtics. No, that was when the Celtics was popping. My bad. You're right.
Yeah. They lost back to back years. They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You put James Harden on any team, they're not going.
Yes.
They're not going anywhere.
Yes.
He'll lead the league in
Nah, they-
points. He'll average 40, but they're not going
On
anywhere.
any one of them playoff teams, you put James Harden, they're going to the finals. Outside of Detroit, and
But you have to
Orlando.
take one player out. What player would you take? What player would you take out on one of the Eastern Conference teams and replaced him with James Harden?
That's a good question.
Oladipo and replace him with James Harden. They're going to the finals.
Get the fuck out of here. No, they not.
Yeah.
I know
They're
they
not
not.
going to the
Ass,
finals.
yes, they are.
They're not beating Philly.
No, they
Philly's
not.
Honestly,
ass,
they're
bro.
not beating Boston. To
Philly's
keep it real
ass,
with you,
bro.
I got to take that back. Philly's not ass, man.
How
Philly's
Philly
ass.
doing? I'm seeing
Philly won, and Philly's a scary team. They're my dark horse. I tell you why.
Philly's ass, bro. Only in the East. Only in the East is that shit rock, bro.
No
You
way.
got to have more faith in these East teams, bro.
Why?
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
they,
Yeah, you sleep on the East team.
Why?
that's all they did to the West teams, the top West teams.
Yeah.
That's all they did. With the exception of Philly. Philly
30
got-
seconds after this motherfucker just said any one of the teams in the West, put them in the East, they gonna be number 1. 30 seconds later, the East team.
It was just
How
one
the fuck
team.
Can it be
Hood
both,
take,
bro?
hood take.
How can it be both, bro?
How is it both? I'm not saying both.
You just said you take any one of the 1 through 8 in the West, put them in the East, they gonna be number 1. Then 30 seconds later, you
Yeah.
said the East, just slapped them on the West. How the fuck can it be both, bro?
Because I'm speaking to the fact that the Eastern teams they got better.
Then how can 1 through 8 in the West, any team that you put from the West and the East, automatically go to number 1? If the East got better, it can't be both. Like, I understand you can have a pick, but it can't be both. You can't stand on both sides of the fence. Like, yo, the West, you put any one of the teams, they gonna be better, but the East was beating up on the West. How?
I just said the prominent teams, and I see what you're saying. I say the prominent teams, like the 2 teams like Milwaukee and Toronto, they outplayed the top 2 teams in the West.
Definitely.
That's all. That's
And
what I was saying.
head-to-head? I gotta see that.
Head to head, they both had winning records. Even though it was 2 games.
Had like 3-2. and-
So take
or 1-2
Kawhi
and 1.
off. Take Kawhi off and put Harden where you think they'll be at.
And put Kawhi on Houston. Houston's
No.
going to,
But
okay.
just take
Okay.
them off
Okay.
completely.
Okay, I'm about
I'm
to
just
say.
saying. But what I said before is take the Eastern, take one of the teams from the East, take their best player out and put in James Harden. Are they making it to the
Toronto
finals?
would have been way better because Harden would have played 80 games, not 60 like Kawhi played. If we're going to really talk about it, we're going to really talk about it like Kawhi ain't played 60 games
I
this
think he
year,
changed.
sitting out every other fucking game for rest. If we're going to really talk about it in the East and you sitting out every other game for rest,
I think they'd be
and
worse.
Harden played 80 games
Yeah, I
in the
think so,
West
too.
I think
every
they'll
night.
be worse.
They'll be worse. Think
I think they'll be worse.
Think about
Listen,
how
they
he,
played 60 games,
he
bro.
think
changed the
they
whole
will.
dynamic
He
of that
played
team.
60 games, bro. Come on, son. You gonna try to sit?
They'll
act
be
like
better.
He sit out 20
They'll be
games for
better
rest.
with James Harden. They'll be better.
Yes.
No way.
80 games of James Harden is better than 60 games of Kawhi Leonard. Yes. Y'all bugging. Nigga. Y'all gonna try to act like he didn't sit out 20 games for rest, bro. They was winning with Siakam, bro. For real.
What you say? What you say? Hood take, hood take, hood take.
Yeah, we
The
gonna get this.
the
We gonna
return
go
of
find-
what you call it before that show. The return of
Return of what? I'm sorry.
the return of
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
Oh yeah.
Gilbert Arenas a
VC.
hater for that, man.
He is a hater for that, right?
Who's a
I think-
hater?
I thought that.
Like, come on, man. Like,
he talks too much anyway.
you talking about a guy? Talk about his situation.
He's a
Dude
pro
signed.
Yeah.
He signed a $120 million contract, and how many years did he play out that contract because of his foolishness?
Yeah.
Do you?
He's
So-
a professional troll, though. Like, that's what his job
talks a
is.
lot.
He just
runs his
trolls.
mouth.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think he was
that
trolling.
That was serious. That was real serious.
Gilbert
But-
Arenas is also a little bit jealous of all of the people that had a little bit more superstardom than him.
I don't wanna
He felt like he was better. He felt like he was as good as them, and the fact that they had more of like, Vince Carter is still way more recognized than Gilbert Arenas. Like, Vince Carter walks down the street in New York, man, people gonna be like, oh shit, Vince. Like, Gilbert Arenas could be there, and like people not really gonna.
We don't know
like,
that. We don't
would
know
you
that to be
say
true.
Gilbert
He was-
Arenas?
We don't have to
No,
be.
I know him off of social media. He runs his mouth a lot. But,
Yeah,
but sidebar.
and all for loving hip hop.
Yeah.
Not loving hip hop
Vince-
basketball wise.
What's his name?
Vince Carter.
Yeah, Vince Carter was at the Cassidy battle.
Oh,
He's
word?
a big
shit,
he's a huge battle rap fan.
He's a battle rap
Vince is the
fan.
man.
He's a huge battle rap fan.
Oh, that's what's up.
Him and DNA are like real close.
Word?
Yeah.
Awkward.
I seen
Weird.
I seen like mad pictures.
That's dope.
I seen mad
have a
pictures.
friend.
I seen mad pictures on Instagram of
That's what's
DNA
up.
and Vince Carter.
That's what's up, man.
And he's at DNA. DNA went to a couple games. Even when he played like on Memphis, when he played
Word.
other teams.
That's
like
what's
DNA.
up, man.
Vince one of my favorite players of all time. That's one of my
pulled
top
up.
10
I-
plays forever.
Shout out to Vince, man.
Shout out to Vince.
I understand what Gilbert Arenas is saying. I don't. Do I think he could have said it differently? Yes.
How old is he?
He's like 36, 37, I believe. If I'm not
right,
mistaken.
but-
Gilbert
Born in
Arenas.
82,
Vince-
so it's like 30.
Oh, Vince.
30.
No, Vince Carter is like 42.
Vince Carter's 42. Yeah.
I mean,
He
I
is?
guess. So he's only like 5 years
But
old.
what he's saying is like he's depriving other guys who you know.
Is
who,
he though? Not really.
And that's I don't think so, but I understand
Look,
why
Gilbert's-
he would say that. I don't think it's like he has like this hate for Vince Carter or him or whatever.
I don't think it's personal.
I don't think it's
he's hating,
personal
though.
either. I don't think it's.
But look
hating.
at what he did.
It is.
Yeah, I don't.
You get what I'm saying? So you can't. I don't think he's the right person to say that, based off of the
Word.
mistakes.
I can dig that. I
Based
can
off of
dig
what
that.
he did. Like, dude,
What did
you
he
get.
do?
He, first of all, he signed a ridiculous contract.
didn't
I'll
play.
say that. And then he didn't even play when he played like what, a half a season or like maybe one season out of
what
that
happened?
contract.
Like 30-something
He
games.
got caught with an unloaded gun.
Oh, that's
locker
his
room.
claim to fame.
He got hurt. He got
He got
caught with the
hurt.
gun.
He
It
got-
was just like
it was just like
mad bullshit.
yeah, he just got into it over a bet. I think with Javar Criterion.
So he
Javaris
lost.
Crittenton.
He lost
Yeah,
the
Crittenton,
contract.
yeah.
No, with NBA, your contract is guaranteed. So he didn't lose it.
He just didn't
I
play.
think his last check came like in like
He's not playing
2016 or
anymore.
like 2017, but he's not playing anymore. He must have he signed a contract back in like maybe about what 2008, 2009.
It's a long time ago.
So I
he
think
got
he
paid
signed.
for nothing.
Yeah, because it's all guaranteed. Once
It's
you
all
sign
good.
an
Once you
NBA
sign that contract, no
it's
matter what, if
money.
you get injured, you get shot or whatever it is.
Like,
I mean,
you
for
fall
all-
out,
maybe
but-
yeah. Well, when it comes to that, maybe it's something different, but still, it's
And
you get that.
I mean, he's no scrub. I mean,
Yeah, he's not.
He's no scrub. I mean, I just think, you know, he's an
So
opinionated
his
dude.
whole career now is based on what? If he didn't really play. If he didn't really play.
He was one of the best players in the league for like a 2 to 3 year period.
He gave Kobe
and got a
60.
huge fucking contract and then didn't really play. And I
Yeah.
feel like he's a little salty towards the Vince Carters, the Kobe's, the Allen Iversons, the people that are
I don't
more
think so.
recognizable.
Not
I
Kobe.
think-
Not
I don't
Kobe.
think
Well,
so.
not Kobe.
I think he is.
He has a
think
lot of
so.
respect for Kobe.
Definitely.
Not Allen Iverson.
I don't
even say
mean
Allen
them specifically. I mean the players of their stature, the players from his era that are more noticeable than
He's like the
him. Who
Joe
he feels
Button
like
of
he's
basketball. He is. A little bit if you
I
think
say
about it.
that's a good one.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
He
a
is.
good one.
A
I'm
little
trying to
bit.
figure out who that's
I know he runs
disrespectful
his
to.
mouth a lot.
I don't think it's
You know what I'm
disrespectful.
saying? Like I'm trying to,
Because I've learned to
him
embrace the Joe Budden's new platform, his presence in hip hop and the culture, as far as now. Just recently, actually, and same thing with Gilbert Arenas.
What? Because he runs his mouth a lot.
He runs his mouth a lot, but at the same time,
He's always in some kind of. They always highlighting his comments.
but
on
we've
social
always, but that's always been Gilbert though. If you think about it, even when he was in the league, he's always had something to say.
I don't know.
He called himself fucking hibachi. Like, I mean,
That
he was,
actually wasn't. That's he used to say that when he was shooting.
When he
and
was
it
cooking
going
Kobe,
in,
yeah.
and
Zero.
people would say that he never
Cooking
called
Kobe,
himself
yeah.
hibachi.
cooking Kobe.
Who's your team?
He was a good.
I just like to give you shit about
Who's
that.
your team though?
He was one
Who's
of,
my team? The New York Knickerbockers.
Okay, exactly. Kobe's better than everybody.
Don't worry, we
that's
getting KD next
ever
year,
won that jersey ever.
and we getting Melo back.
Yo, word. Melo back to the Knicks.
And Earl Monroe's gonna let him wear number 15, just for shits and giggles.
Nah, hell no. That's disrespectful.
Obviously he's not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
He'll get his 7 back.
But yeah, man.
7.
But yeah, I don't think it was. I didn't feel any ill feelings that he had anything malicious intent behind his comments. I don't think it was bad as far as him saying that about Vince Carter. I don't think
So
so.
look at as a hater.
Accountability is the first rule.
I feel you. I
So
feel
how
you.
you jump out the window saying that and you didn't really?
The reason why I don't give him flack because he started off saying it's all like I think he gave the scheme like it's all love or whatever the case is, but it's just like yo,
He's a very diplo.
yeah, you know. So Shout out to Vince and shout out to Gilbert
Listen, if
Arenas.
you want to play,
Shout out to
and
the big
you're
three,
still
'cause I wanna see
physically
that.
Able to play, that's fucking dope, yo.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
what you love. Like,
Keep playing.
Right.
I feel bad not being able to play no more. Like, I can't imagine how they feel. That's been their whole life.
I can dig it.
And to be honest, I think, with these young teams that's coming up, I think they need a veteran presence
Absolutely.
Yeah.
in the locker room. A player, not really so much a coach.
Definitely.
But they need that veteran, presence in the locker room that to teach them the ropes. Not just about, stuff that's happening on the floor, but
I'm all
off the
for
floor.
it.
Absolutely.
And
And
Vince,
how to conduct. And the thing about it, like Vince has been a professional. Only thing he gets
Word.
slack for what he did for when he requested a trade out of Toronto. But other than that, he's been like a model citizen. And look what he did, in that game, in the playoffs.
they tried to give him shit
Game-
because he went to go to his graduation.
Exactly. Like
Yeah, word.
he's had a
Yeah,
his record has been like seamless.
yeah.
He should have
You know
hit
what I'm
that
saying?
shot too. I wanted them to go to.
And
the
if he would've
finals
hit that
against
shot-
the Lakers that year, and I fuck with Vince. I wanted to be Vince.
Yeah,
versus
man,
Kobe.
I'm
That
telling
should've
you.
been dope.
Yeah, they would have won more than 2 games.
So a player of his stature, I think, yeah.
Philadelphia actually won 1 game though. So
No, I'm saying they would have won more than 2. That's what I'm saying. They probably would have won 3.
oh no, Philly only won 1 game though. So yeah, not more than 2. That's not. They ain't win 2. Philly ain't win 2. They won 1. Only 1.
I'm saying they would have. Fuck it.
Why they would have won more than 2? So Toronto would have won 3 games against the Lakers? I don't think so.
Maybe 4. We don't know.
I doubt that. You're wilding. Niggas went 16-1
Yeah,
that
they-
playoff.
yeah,
So
they
you talking
weren't.
about Toronto Raptors would have won more games?
I'm
I
talking
doubt that,
shit.
bro.
Y'all Lakers fans, y'all love that era, man, because y'all good. Y'all got that era. Y'all got that. Y'all got that.
Listen,
Y'all got that.
yeah,
But when we talk about the Boston era, when they gave you that 136 smack,
yo, definitely.
that was humbling.
We was actually a year early with that, and Ariza and Bynum was hurt. And I always say, give us Bynum and Ariza, we win that. Real shit. Give us Bynum
Yo,
and Ariza, we win that.
I wanna
Ariza
go out
was on
with
the Knicks
this.
before that, right?
Going out with this.
Ariza was on the Knicks before
still
that,
talking?
right? Oh.
You still
Used to
talking?
be in the Bronx. heavy, though. Ariza used to be in the Bronx heavy,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Hell yeah.
Unpopular opinions. Episode Shaquille O'Neal. Episode, I got one for you, Isaiah Ryder. Episode, damn, that's all I got right now. Isaiah Ryder. We out of here. Episode 34. Appreciate
Cheer.
her take. T
Good take.
coming through.
Yeah.
Good take.
Rain.
Cheer.
And this guy,
I'm here sometime.
James Harden.
He said it. He said it
My man Reef. Episode 34. We out of here.
in the books.
Cheer.
James Harden.
Why you a hater?